because they had the backup generators there. But the thing is that what they did when they had when you had the explosion in 1993.
Okay. Yeah.
What they did is when they built Tower 7, all the trucks and any kind of delivery within all the other 6 buildings had to go through Building 7. So now, 2 possibilities are that the force of the stuff coming down, because the building was I think it went up. I think construction was finished in 1999. So the buildings were pretty new. And what happened is the force, whatever happened with that one, but also, I mean, there's a possibility that they could have done to take the building down because of all the records had. Because they used to listen to all the traders, the inside traders and information. And then there's a lot of vaults that were down there with gold and stuff. So, I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on. So,
well, I tell you, let me throw something in there real quick.
I'm not the host or anything, but
so I tell you, if you're looking to means, motive, and opportunity for such a conspiracy, I would argue that right at that time, just prior to 9/11, we were actually I had just been contracted by a company called Florida Heart and Vascular to convert their practice from paper records to electronic medical records. That was 2000, 2001. I was working there when that happened. Actually, right after that, right? So, if the world is right now going and digitizing these paper records, once something's digital, you can't blow it up, right? It's going to be everywhere. There could always be a copy. So, if you were looking for a reason for why that time, I would say, well, advancements in technology, you would know that these things were going to start being digitized, and once they were digitized, you could never take them out. So there's an interesting point.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, the problem is that they had.
Does that make sense?
In the other building, yeah. Well, they had a lot of shit in that other building. I know they had a lot of stuff in there.
Paper records, because that's all we did. Yeah, you can destroy paper records. You can't destroy a digital one. And if those paper records were scheduled to be digitized, how would you destroy them once that happened?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It was tough.
Grab that mic, George.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm the one that's sorry, sir. No, so check it out. Okay, a lot of these theories that I've seen on Building 7 specifically, how did it collapse like that under its own footprint? So I just started Googling stuff right now as you guys were talking, and it's like everything on Google is 9/11 conspiracy theories debunked. The people that think these are conspiracy theories are wrong. World Trade Center 7 report plus 9/11 conspiracies theories laid to rest. There's not a single thing in the top 10 hits on Google that say anything about what the conspiracy theories even are. It's like they've all been removed.
The funny thing is that when people say, well, the plane that went into the buildings was really not a plane; it was a hologram. And I tell everybody, like, what the fuck did I see happen? I mean, there weren't holograms because you could see.
You were there.
And you actually see. And actually, what happened was after the buildings, both buildings got hit, we started moving, and we went to a central location which was open, clear of other buildings because. And actually, when I was looking at, besides watching people jumping out of the fucking buildings, which was another thing that sits on my mind, and you couldn't get out of the doors, some of the doors, because the bodies were in the way. I mean, it was terrible. But when we walked away, you could actually see the cutout of the plane. I mean, it was like the wings were, just like spanned out like this, and it's just a cut there. And now I'm telling everybody, they're inspecting the damage in the plane. There's people walking there. It wasn't people walking, it was people jumping out. But I said, I'm arguing with people. That's what my mind's doing. Is I actually I think they're inspecting. And then after that, when the building came down and that was it, I said, that's why we go. We went over the bridge, the Williamsburg Bridge. I walked over, and nobody spoke. Nobody said a word. Went on the other side. And then they found. But the whole thing is, when I got on the other side, there was a van full of explosives, and on the other side of the Williamsburg Bridge is a very popular Hasidic area. and the FBI's found a van with explosives in it. They were going to take down the bridge, but we're walking over because when we were walking over, I heard the jets
They
come
found
over.
a van with
Yeah,
explosives?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
So they're going to wait for people to populate the bridge and then blow it up.
Yeah, that's what.
No
but they
shit.
stopped it. Yeah, and what happened was when we were coming over the bridge, I heard the jets come over, and I said, "Oh fuck, man, they're going to take out this bridge with all of us on it." But it wasn't that, And then we got out.
Everybody was in a panic after that.
Yeah,
everybody.
But nobody
For weeks.
Nobody believed it. Yeah, well, everybody forgot because the weeks went by, the year, and then look who became a congresswoman.
Yeah. That's why
I mean,
I'm pushing
Obama
that,
did the whole thing with the Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, there's all. I wear my famous shirt. You see my shirt?
What does it say?
My shirt.
Oh, yeah.
72 Virgins Dating Service, Florida Division.
72 Virgin
It's got
dating
like a
service,
skull and crossbones with,
Florida
what are those, ARs or something? Hunting rifles.
My favorite tattoo.
What's that?
They don't like that one. That's the skull that's on the back of the shirt.
That's nice.
They're not too. I don't. They're not my favorite people anymore.
No.
I wonder, we're getting complaints
Let's
about...
get some funny, yeah. Well,
What do we get?
we're getting complaints about the Spreaker feed being loud, so I'm going to go with a different microphone setting on here, maybe. Let's see what I can come up with. Let's see what I can come up with here.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Testes.
Did you like the artificial testicles video that I sent you, Kevin?
that must have been impressive.
I didn't really watch it, Pat. I mean, whenever you send something...
It's
with
for
testicles on it-
dogs. A guy invented fake balls for dogs, dog balls, not fetch balls, because if you have your nuts removed, how else are you gonna feel accepted by your friends?
Right,
So
100% right.
you think it's stupid, right? You think that sounds stupid, and a set of balls for these dogs, depending, I think, on the size of the dogs. Like Kevin's dogs would be little fucking BBs.
Yeah.
He's got these little terrorist shit dogs that I have no idea what they. But some of the bigger, he said, and they generally will run about $450, $500 for a set of balls. He did a set of elephant balls.
What's the purpose of these animal balls?
Because animals wouldn't feel emotionally. They may have emotional issues if they didn't have the balls. I mean, we're using Medicare right now
Well,
to
what are you
pay
going to
for
call the
sex
dogs now?
changes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying about the sex changes.
Well, they're
Transgender? What do you call them?
No, they're
Transdoggers?
they just put them on. When you
No,
can't
what would you call the dog? A transdogger?
He's still screwed. It's a guy dog, and we took his nuts out. He's still screwed, but he's got a fresh sack there now. But if you think I'm joking about this, I find it humorous. But now, tell me how many he's sold.
Well, hold on a second.
Billion, whatever.
500,000 dog nuts.
500,000 dogs?
At 500 and one set of elephant balls.
Well, let's take this
Or
call. You're live on the Kevin Holly Show, sir. How are you, ma'am?
You fucking had it and you clicked it off. You had the setting.
I did?
Yeah, you fucking had it.
Is
and
it-
I was like, no, stop. And you went right back to the echo.
Hold on. How about now?
which one?
I can't. I'm outside now.
What are you doing outside?
Who is this?
What?
Introduce your guest.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This would be the one and only Spicoli on the phone.
Hi, Spicoli.
It's like a 40-second delay, so I'm just now hearing.
Hey, we've got
Damn.
Spicoli
You fucking
TV.com.
had it, dude. I'm gonna fix this problem. Damn it! You're
We're
driving me
doing it
nuts.
right now, dude. Right now, because Spreaker was on the fritz. Now it's back online.
Kevin's had some issues today. His nap was interrupted,
That's true.
which has contributed significantly to this.
You
Yeah.
cannot interrupt a show host snap.
Thank you,
It's
Spicoli.
it's crucial for broadcasting. It's crucial for anything that they do because they have to think. I don't know this. I'm not a show host. So
All right.
this is what I've been told.
Trucker Rob's in the chat room and he says, Spicoli, finally, entertainment. Thanks, Trucker Rob. Go to hell.
Trucker
Hi,
Rob's got like a
Trucker Rob, how are
2-minute
you?
delay
Yeah,
just
Trucker,
because he's Trucker Rob.
Trucker Rob is a delay. Oh, my God.
So the 40-second delay, is that so that all the profanity can be beeped out?
No, it's just because
they
it's
don't beep
slow.
out profanity.
No.
Really? I thought you mean the shit that I've been saying is actually going out, not
Shut your
getting
mouth when
yeah.
you talk to me.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Sorry, Mom.
You talking to my mom?
Well, no, I'm not sorry for her.
You don't call her mom, do you?
No, but you can call me Dad.
Nicely done.
Now you know
Welcome
who's
back,
your dad.
Pat.
Who's your daddy?
Whoa, hey, calm down with that shit, Pat.
Don't
Spicoli,
call me late for dinner.
how's it sound?
I can't. I don't know. I'm outside. I can't.
Oh, for
every
fuck's
time-
Ask
sake, I thought you
Trucker
went back
Rob.
in.
Ask
Listen to
Trucker
me. If I
Rob.
go inside and it'll double up. All right, hold on.
Oh, you don't
Because
have
of the
to.
door.
Ask Trucker Rob.
Trucker Rob, how does it sound? Damn it! Trucker Rob, call on the show. I'll
Don't
put you
call
on
the show.
line
He's
too.
on the
I'll-
freaking. He can just text.
No,
Or
it's
call
full
the show.
echo. Yeah, it's full echo.
Okay, hold on. I can
Always
change
wrong.
this. I've only got 5 settings, so I'm going to change them. Let's try this one.
Well, I can't. It's going to be a 40. I got to wait 40 seconds
No,
before it goes.
you got 40 seconds, Spicoli. Come on. It's like a
He's
5
got
second.
like 6 changes. That's going to take like 4 minutes.
I think it's probably better now. What do you think? Is it better now?
Well, you were going through something, and then it was the next to the last setting, and I was like, wow. It's like, fuck, he had it.
Fixed it.
I can hear us in
I'm
the
still
background.
hearing it.
Oh man, it feels like a.
Dude, I'm listening. Hey guys, I'm listening to the show in the background of this podcast. Don't listen to him, whatever you do.
All right, hold on. Let me try this next one.
The naughty words have not been edited.
Hold on.
What's
How
funny
about
is
now?
it sounds great on the phone.
How about now? How about now? How about now? Yeah, testes. 1, 2, testes. Come on,
Okay, well, I gotta
Spicoli.
wait. It's a 20-second delay, bro. I gotta
Now
wait
it's
till
only
it
20.
catches up.
It's a 6 second delay. Okay.
I don't know. Is it
Count
6?
I think so.
Oh, it just now got to the part where I said it sounds great on the phone. That was that 20 seconds ago?
I don't know, man.
You got to time it.
How about now? How about now, man?
Hold on.
All right.
Well, I think he got it.
I think I got it too.
You got it?
I think I got it.
Okay, we can all go home now.
Are we at the part where it says I think I
I
got
think
it?
he got it. I can't really tell because of your double. I got you in one ear and I got you in the other ear. So I got future Kevin and past tense Kevin.
I love this, man. You can hear me coming and going. anytime I
Rock
get
chat.
anytime I get Spicoli to laugh, I feel like I've accomplished something. You know,
It doesn't take much to get me to laugh.
The
I know,
world
but I
is-
still feel like I
The
accomplished.
world is a better place now, Kevin.
It is indeed a better place now, Pat. I think I have cock chat. Hold on, is it time for cock chat already?
Cock chat.
Croc chat. We're talking about stews and beefs.
Cock chat.
Is there an
Where-
echo in that?
Music to my ears.
Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I should probably say I will be sitting in and co-hosting with the world famous Spicoli on SpicoliTV.com on Friday the 22nd, I believe.
Next Friday.
This
Not this
that's-
Friday. Next Friday.
Not,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
22nd.
Next week I'll be on SpicoliTV.com, baby. Woohoo.
Nice.
But we'll be missing Smitty, which it's going to be terrible because I suck so bad. But I'm going to get
TV
really
adds a few
100
inches,
pounds.
so you're
Yeah.
good there.
I'm going to get wasted and Uber there, and
There you go.
yeah, and
There
then
you
it'll
go.
be
You mean
fun.
you're going to get wasted and drive people as an Uber there?
Yeah, that too. Sure. I don't know. How's the echo? All right. No echo, says Trucker Rob. Hey, Spicoli, I got one for you. And George
Yes.
in the studio here. What did Michael Jackson say when he fell off the boat?
Hee hee.
Close. He said, "Throw me a buoy." Thank you.
Hey, you got a couple good ones. Come on.
Yeah,
you
okay, I got a little rapid fire. Hold on a
How
second.
fast, how fast you had to do the jokes?
Yeah, rapid fire. What is Michael Jackson's favorite musician?
Prince.
George Michael.
Close. David Bowie. Thank you.
David
Thank you.
Boy.
Bowie again.
David Boy.
What did the angry father say to Michael Jackson on the beach?
Boy.
No, he said, "Get out of my son." Oh man, rapid fire. Where did Michael Jackson go to college? Brigham Young. Sorry, that was terrible.
The new one
what?
with the weatherman.
Oh, Spicoli. Did you know that right before R. Kelly went to jail, he gave a final weather report, and he was all excited. He said, tonight it's going to be in the teens. Oh, really?
Oh, he gave it his own little face. He's got his own little fart button.
All right, Spicoli. I know I got at least one more. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Little Boy Blue.
River who? Who?
Michael Jackson. Thank you.
Thought you were going to do a Dice Man. He needed the money.
Yeah, the guy in Virginia is still moonwalking, right? The governor in Virginia, he's still moonwalking.
Oh,
think
Jesus.
so.
What happened to him, George?
He's still in there.
No.
He's still in
listen, Spicoli,
Yes.
I should probably let you go because we have so much show content to get in here. I got a guest in the studio, but listen, I appreciate the technical help. Maybe I can get our friend Nitwit.tv, our friend Kirk, to reimburse you for your services. He's got a slush fund just for people that helped me with the Echo. So I'll get my people with his people, and we'll get with your people, and.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll have I'll have my guy call your guy, and we'll get the guys together and
all of our peoples. We'll all sit together.
touch each other's
Kevin's
balls
the
in the
pivot man.
mangroves.
Yeah, no, we'll sit together by a peephole with our peoples.
Okay, there you go.
Oh man, I feel like before I let you go, I should do like hey everybody, it's a morning zoo. We got Spicoli in the studio on the phone. Oh my God, we got Spicoli on the phone, everybody.
Wow.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a great time. It's a morning zoo, everybody. Woohoo! Hey, all right. Hey, we got a phone call. Who's gonna be? Spicoli, everybody. Hey, woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kevin woke up.
Turkey.
He's awake.
All right, I gotta go. I'm the seventh caller. I'm Mason Leroy Dixon. I'm out of here.
Spicoli's the bomb, everybody. I'll tell you what. Call every Wednesday. Listen to Spicoli. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry. We got a knock on the door.
Hold on here.
Uh-oh. Hold on, Spicoli. You might have to call 911 for us. Ask who it is before you just open it. Who is it? Oh, good Lord. Really? Scared the shit out of us.
How are you?
Your car alarm keeps going on and off.
Oh, man.
Really?
You got to love that when security comes to the Kevin Holly Show studio door and says, hey, your car alarm's going off. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do about it. What are you doing? You going down?
Go do the thing.
Oh, so you're going to leave me alone with
One
the
of the doors might be open.
Oh, Jesus, we're alone, dude. It's just
Anyway,
me and you. Uh-oh.
so let's tell you, how about a joke?
Wayne! Wayne! I feel like Garth from...
Well, this guy goes into a restaurant.
Oh, I love this. All right.
Guy goes into a restaurant, Spanish restaurant, and he orders this stuff in Spanish on the menu, and he says, he tells the guy what it is. They look like, like a meatball. When he ordered the stuff, and he tells the guy,
A meatball.
yeah, meatballs.
Wait, did you just say meatballs?
Meatballs.
I love it.
So he says, I'm sorry, it's my Brooklyn comes out. Anyway, he orders this stuff. He couldn't understand what the fuck's on the menu. So they come back and they said, and he's delicious. He said he can't believe how good they are. So every day he orders these Bull's Balls constantly. Every day he comes in and orders Bull's Balls.
Okay.
And he enjoys it so much. And then one day he goes in and orders the same thing again. And what happens when it comes back on the dish? They're smaller. So he told the waiter, how come these are smaller? He says, Senor, the bull doesn't always lose.
Oh, so there's a man's balls.
Yeah, that's right.
Did he? Oh, if you put a twist on it, hold on, I'll give you a
Bullfighter.
you got to say that the guy ate them and then was like, "Why were they so small?" And you know what I'm saying?
That's right. And
Little
then they
gross
go,
twist.
Senor, the bull doesn't always lose.
I mean, I don't mean to correct you, sir. Oh,
No,
jeez,
it's
what
fine.
have I done?
It's easy.
I feel like there's a connection now where maybe I'm not so scared of you murdering me that.
I left my gun in the car.
Okay, good. But Pat could be bringing it up right now.
It might be. Usually Pat's pretty good. He listens to what I say.
Yeah, but I wish that he would do what I say. You know what I mean?
No, he's very stubborn. He's a good man, I have to say.
So I got a joke for you.
Good.
What's the difference between a pygmy village and a woman's track team?
Pygmies, villains, and women got me on that one.
One's a bunch of cunning runts. That's a Pops joke right there, ladies and gentlemen. Geez, man. We can go back and forth all day, man.
How
You got
about two gerbils walk by a gay bar?
Okay.
They said, let's go in and get shit-faced.
I love it. Bro, I was literally, that reminds me of a true story. I was in Key West, right? And, it's very gay friendly.
Yes.
And I just happened to be there. And I was there with my friend Glick, and he's not gay, it was platonic. And we walked past so many shops and restaurants and bars that had rainbow flags in the windows. And Glick, not being a completely homosexual and coming out of the closet yet, okay, at that point in his life, asks me, why are there so many rainbow flags in all of these shops' windows? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, that means it's gay friendly. That means that you don't have to be scared going into the shop if you're gay. You can just be yourself.
Right.
It's a friendly place. And he's like, oh, okay. So we're sitting there on a bench eating ice cream, right? And he sees a pet store across the street. And he's like, man, I'm going to go check out the pet store, right?
A gay friend.
It had a rainbow sticker on the window. So he's walking around. He's telling me later. He's like, I'm walking around this pet store, and I'm
everybody's
wondering.
ordering gerbils.
Yeah, right. He's like, I'm wondering why it's so. How could a pet store be gay friendly? It's just pets. You just buy pets. You don't buy pets. It's not like a restaurant that could have a gay menu or a gay apparel, clothing, whatever it might be. He's like, it's a pet store. Every pet store is the same. You go in, you buy pet food, you buy pets. And I'm like, you sure there's nothing gay friendly about it? Like, and he was like, well, the gerbils were very, very nervous. Thank you. I actually stole that joke too. I steal my jokes. So can I still be in your gang? I'm just kidding. What else? Oh, so I told that joke, which I stole, to an ex-girlfriend of mine way back in the day, and she came up with a band name called Rusty. No, what was it? Muddy Johnson and the Nervous Gerbils. That's a great name for like a punk band, Yeah.
That's a great band. What was the song? Did they have a song?
Just like that, man.
What was it?
Oh, God. Go ahead, Pat. We're just telling jokes. You're not familiar with that process.
We're talking about gerbils. Okay, whatever.
Wait, he is familiar.
What, you're on episode 173 and you're finally telling jokes. That's nice. It was the car next to yours.
Oh.
It wasn't your car that was flashing.
Was it mine?
The guy. In all fairness, though, it is the security guard guarding the marijuana. So perhaps there was a small fire that distracted him.
Yeah, it's like
It could be. As he came up here, he might have hit the store.
the dude's armed security. The car's alarms are going off in the parking lot, and he just is like, "Hey, man, there's car alarms going off out there. I don't know what to do. I'll just tell you."
He's guarding the
shoot
pot.
everybody.
He's guarding the pot.
Go
not
to the parking lot
cars.
and shoot everybody you see. I don't want someone breaking into my Kia, dude.
He's carrying a nice 9mm there.
I know.
Yeah.
He's guarding the
Walther.
pot, not the cars. He doesn't care.
He's got a Glock. He's carrying a nice Glock.
I don't think it's a Glock. I think it's a Walther P92.
Yeah, I
or
think
something
he
like
is.
that.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
He's got a nice collection of guns.
He drawed on me recently. I didn't like
Couple
that.
times.
Yeah. I don't know what his fucking problem is with me, man, but he better knock that shit off. You know what?
I think it's
know
those
you can hear me. Hold on a second.
I think it's the.
Attention! Dump tower on security. Leave me the fuck alone! Stop drawing your weapon on me, please! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Justice.
Stop drawing your weapon on me! Stop looking at my dick! Thank you.
I think your MS-13 tattoos make him nervous.
They're not MS-13, man. Okay?
You just got to worry if gerbils are running around.
I'm sorry. The
I'm
ones
not
I
worried
think,
about gerbils,
I think
George.
the one's a vagina.
There's not. It's China vagina. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. They want justice. Kevin wants Michael Jackson. Thank you, Trucker Rob. Captain Buttmunch in the chat room. Spicoli's in the chat room. Glick is in the chat room. Speaking of gay, is Aaron coming out of the closet yet?
Is Stan in the chat room?
I don't believe Stan is in the chat room yet. He's probably hanging out with those queers down at DTP TV. I don't know.
Well, it's you got to be open.
What's that song they play? That cover song? Fags.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I love DTP, man. Deviate the Plan's a
you're
great
the pivot
band.
man down there.
I'm not a pivot man at all. I don't pivot. Straightforward.
I know
Shoot
why
from the
they.
hip.
I know why they call you down there.
No, you don't know nothing.
It's all over. It's all over the radio.
No, it's not.
It's all over the airwaves.
You know what's all over on the radio? Your career, Pat. It's all over on the radio.
You mean I had one?
I don't know. I don't think so. Good luck with
Nobody
that.
can get that story straight yet.
You mean I had a career
Pat's
in radio?
Pat's so gay he can't even get his story straight.
Charts.
You
The
can't.
charts.
The charts.
The
Charts.
I got the
What the hell are you saying, man?
charts. They don't match up. The
I don't know what
charts.
that means.
He knows. He knows.
I had a great PowerPoint last night, didn't I?
I
It was
bet
really
you
good.
did.
Beautiful.
Yeah, tip of the
Beautiful.
spear is what I
Ah,
heard.
yeah, very good.
Beautiful. The videos.
And
didn't-
the funny thing is the arrows pointing to the same people.
Yeah, every time you go over a decade, not just 2016.
Why?
Literally the same people over a decade.
I would have liked to have been there. I think that Jaybird's theory is correct that your posting of your video of your keynote speech last night in Citrus County broke Facebook. And that's why Facebook has been down. And
That's
I'm
what I
not
said to
happy
him.
about that. You know what I mean?
That's what I said to him.
Everybody that gets
I
near
put
my
it on all the pages. All the page groups I know. I put it.
and
He got like 450 views already.
Uh-huh.
and on 449, Zuckerberg's like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I think we saw. Yeah, that's what the box you missed. You should have put
I know.
Facebook someplace.
I launched my my Indiegogo campaign today, and it's like I go to hit launch. I go to hit launch campaign,
Yeah.
and it's like the campaign launched, but it shows that
Nope.
Facebook failed, and I'm like, oh crap, what? I check everything, and I'm like, damn it, it's the ShadowNet.
It's the ShadowNet. Son of a
I think we
bitch.
should play the song.
Here we go. And
You got to play the Godfather thing. That's what you should play.
Put it
nice.
a little closer to your microphone. It'll pick it up.
What? Play it?
Just like about 3 or 5 inches away from your microphone. Pat, show him your dick, and he'll know exactly how far away to be.
When it's angry.
There you go. When it's angry.
That's what happened to Pat.
Yeah.
Spicoli says politics, religion, and ads killed it. I don't know if he's talking about Facebook or he's talking about my show.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking it's a lot cheaper to kill me than it is to take down Facebook.
Just
so
don't
I
go over
sort
the
of
bridge.
Yeah.
figured that my theory's not that great.
I've got
I would
a
just
way
kill me.
easier. Instead of killing you, why don't you just kill yourself? Just jump
Yeah.
off the Skyway, man.
No, it's not my problem.
Just don't do it at rush hour.
It's their problem.
Do it like
You got to watch the bridge.
Yeah,
The bridge is very important.
yeah.
That's what
Run
they
it-
took out
Yeah.
Sonny,
Yeah.
You know
And,
what from the no
Godfather.
Yeah,
Kennedy
I was thinking of
took out.
wrong stuff.
Yeah, they had that to do with it too.
They had a different bridge.
Pat's always asking me when are you going to take me fishing.
Was a high bridge. Was it hybrid? No, high bridge. That's what they had.
I can't understand half the shit that George is saying. Just
You
because
know,
of-
It's-
if
no, if you
did,
understood
they would have to
Brooklynese,
kill
you would
you.
understand.
I'm just playing with you.
If you did, he'd have to kill you.
No, if anybody dies, it should be Pat. He should be he should be Arkansided.
Sure.
Yeah,
They'll send someone who's a good shot.
right through the dump tower window. You know what I mean? I hope they don't mistake me for you though, because it's like a silhouette.
They mistook like somebody else for me a couple times last night, and he was
Yeah.
very uncomfortable with that.
Who was the person? Did he?
I
Did
cannot say. It's classified.
Did he?
He's looking out the window. That's why I'm sitting on this side.
there's
we,
a-
we got the meth head.
Your
back
backs
now,
are
or
against
what?
the window. I'm over here on this side.
We got the meth
I
heads
did that for
back,
you.
I think.
Hey, Nitwit's back in the chat room. You finally figured out how to stream, Kevin. No, Nitwit. Well, yeah, actually, you owe Spicoli like $17. He called and gave us some technical assistance. That's your job, so you need to give him
It
some.
only
petty
took him
cash.
107. Only took him 173 episodes.
Yeah, thanks, Spicoli. Took you long enough, dick. That is why he talks like this. He's a very IT technical guy now.
Yeah.
He called his show and he fixed my stuff. That stupid dick. Stop it, you dick. Stop calling the show, you dick.
Did you buy coffee from a 7-Eleven?
No, man. Yeah, I did go to a convenience store tonight, which leads me to some show prep. Now, this is something I wrote down, and you can see it says Pat at convenience store. Okay, so before we came to the show tonight, Nick says, I don't know, I owe nobody shit. So Spicoli's he's bragging in the chat room. He's like, I fixed his echo. Or did you?
You change it back to an echo.
Did
echo,
he
echo,
or did he
echo,
not
echo.
fix the? How do I put the echo back on? Here
No,
we go.
he can't
I got to turn
break
it.
it.
Echo.
Echo.
Thank you, Nitwit, for not fixing the echo.
Oh, that's nice, the echo.
I love that. We should do the rest of the show like that.
Just a.
All right.
Okay.
So we go to the convenience store. Okay, Pat, I needed to ask you, what is your bike at the shop because you couldn't change your brake pads yourself? Didn't have the proper tools. Lazy?
No, it's
Didn't
just
wanna
yeah. I haven't got to it yet.
Okay.
Been busy.
So Pat asked me for a ride to the studio.
I just got the parts in.
It's on my way. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll pick you up. So I pick Pat up, and we stop at the convenience store so I could grab some refreshments for the studio fridge. And
No intentions of getting gas.
No. And so we're inside, and Pat's like rustling around in one of the
No.
What?
Let's start when we pull in there. And
yeah, I parked and got out, and we went inside.
Oh.
What?
We pull up to the front of the convenience store, and I swear to God, right?
This is true.
Kevin looks at there's like an African American man standing there.
He was
right?
hiding between the ice machine and the side of the building. I didn't see him until I
and
stopped.
Kevin's like, "Ooh, we shouldn't park here."
Well, no, he had a
so
sign
he
that said,
pulls
hold on.
around.
He had a sign like a beggar, and he like stared at me like, give me something. And I'm like, I don't want to leave my car in front of somebody that's like, that close
Hey,
to
you
my
might have
car.
got your windshield washed, but
Or
No.
he could have busted my window for my toll change, man.
No, he wouldn't have.
He looked kind of shady,
that was
Pat.
just so racist, Kevin.
Not
And
racist.
so
it could have been a white
instead
guy,
of
a Mexican guy, an MS-13 guy.
Instead of looking bad, it's Kevin. Instead of looking like, "Wow, I don't trust you because of your color."
That's not what it was, Pat.
Kevin pulls around to the gas pump like he's getting gas. So now
Safer
people
spot.
are getting, and he's not even getting gas.
Safer spot.
And so now anybody coming to get gas
Because
is
of
going to have
lighting.
to wait for Kevin.
Because of the lighting, right?
There was like
no, because he wanted to
George,
look
no.
like he was getting gas or something.
No,
like
no,
that.
No, but he went under where the pumps are because of the lighting. It was
Yeah,
much
because it
brighter.
totally
dark out
looks
yet.
like, ooh, there's a black man. Don't park
Not
there.
at all. Not at all. Here's what really happened. I pulled up and I put it in park, and I
Sure
looked
wasn't a
over.
shadow?
This dude jumped out. No, man, he jumped out of nowhere. Like, give me your money.
He did
And I
not
was like, no
forget.
way.
He was just an
So-
African American
No,
man standing
no.
on the corner.
So, but he could have been just a white guy standing on the corner. I still moved my car because I don't
No.
want somebody that's out there looking for people's money to be standing next to my vehicle. And there's no other parking spot, so I picked one of the gas pumps, the farthest one, closest to US 19. And then we walked in, and Pat's rustling around in some of the coolers where they have the milk and the creamer and some sandwiches that they made. There was a little deli inside the
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
And Pat's all like, he comes back and he's like angry with the like 14-year-old girl behind the counter. And she's like, "What are you angry about, sir?" And he's like, "Well, this is my best Pat impersonation. Nothing over there has got a price tag on it. So I don't know what's a better value. Do I buy the small creamer or do I buy the larger creamer? I don't know because there's not a price tag on it." And then
Do I
see,
buy the burrito or the sandwich? I
How
don't
much-
know.
he goes,
Nothing
how-
has a price on it.
"How much is a gallon of milk?" And I'm like, "Pat, it's a gallon of milk. It's going to be $4 or $5 at a convenience store. What do you think it's going to be?" And he's like, "Well, it's a convenience store. It could be $20. I don't know." He's not,
What you kidding me? Right?
the manager lady comes, like, she was stocking like some shelves in the back, and she walks over to us and she goes, "Hi, can I help you? Is there some kind of a problem?" And Pat's like, "Yeah, there's a problem. Nothing in here has a price tag on it. Literally nothing that I grabbed has a price tag on it. So I don't know what anything costs." And then he reaches into another cooler that's on the counter, and he pulls out a pressed, I believe he called it an oppressed Cuban, and he pulls out this oppressed Cuban sandwich.
I'm like, well, yeah, we'll just pull out the Cuban sandwich. And
And
did
how
it
much
have a
is this?
fucking price on
And
it?
there's no price on this.
And,
she's
and
like-
when she gave me the price, it was a half a Cuban sandwich for fucking $6. Really?
So he puts that back and he's like, just one thing that I want to complain about is that nothing in this store, literally nothing that I grabbed, has a price on it. So thank you very much. And he just stormed out of the place. And
Why
I'm
didn't you
like,
take him to Checkers?
yeah, so somebody can slam their
Well, they
fist
would
on
have
his-
still
his
screwed me,
burger.
but at least I knew about how much it was.
Yeah, so who's the racist? He called it an oppressed Cuban sandwich.
They had two. They had two coffee creamers.
I'm going to
a big
go
one and a
Saturday. I'm
small
going to go
one.
speaking to a majority of Cuban people. I have a speaking engagement to do down there.
When you get up there,
I'm going to tell them.
greet them by saying "No me hola punienta."
No, I know that one already. But I tell them I tell them I know how to speak Spanish. Is if you spell socks, spell the word socks.
Yeah.
Spell it SOCKS. That's what it is.
SOCKS.
In Spanish, that's what it is.
I learned, somebody told me that a very, very white individual today, whiter than Pat, he's white. That's how white he is. He
You
told me-
probably felt very comfortable around him, didn't you? Didn't grab your wallet or nothing.
No, I did actually. I locked it up in my lunchbox, man. Stuffed it under the seat. No, so he told me, he's like, "No, I know Spanish," and I'm like, "Really?" Because I was explaining to him at work on job sites, you sometimes will have to know a little bit of Spanish to get
Right.
people to not mess with your job, as you're doing your job. Like, turn the water off, tell them, please don't turn on the water. And he's like, no, I know something. He yells at me. He got all excited. His eyes got real big, you know. And this guy looks just like Ray Liotta. You know, George.
Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
Liotta.
right, yep.
And, you know, Ray. And he quit smoking with Chantix, Karen.
That's the Italian guy that played the Irishman. And
yeah, exactly.
The Italian guy that played the Irish.
it was.
Yeah. So this dude's
And
straight
Goodfellas.
looking like him. Yeah, and Goodfellas. I love that
right.
movie. So why'd you do that, Karen? What the fuck,
Can
Karen?
I make you laugh? You think
That's all-
I'm funny?
Yeah, right. So he goes, I know Spanish, Kevin. I know Spanish, Kevin. And he goes, mira, mira. What was it? Por favor, mama, chúpame los huevos. And I'm like, you just said, look, please lick my eggs, dude. Don't ever say that on a job site. Whoever told you to say that?
my eggs.
Don't listen to them ever again, dude. Oh, man. Yeah.
I'll have to remember that one next time I go south of the border.
Yeah, well.
Inspecting the wall.
Yeah, you want to go south of the border tonight, Pat? Inspect my balls. Thank you.
George is like anti-wall, and I just can't.
What? Anti-war what?
You're anti-wall,
I
George?
go down there and build a fucking.
Yeah, I was being facetious.
Sarcasm.
That was sarcasm.
Very thick today.
It was
Yes, yes.
thick.
Jeez Louise, man. So, okay.
We know how to mix cement too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
With
you-
just don't use.
something tells me that George also knows how to make cement shoes.
That's
Yeah,
right.
probably. Yeah. Like, dun, 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 dun,
Pretty
dun,
interesting to
dun, dun.
Usually they're never the size of the person's foot.
It doesn't have to be, really.
No, but I'm just saying is that
Yeah.
usually guys' foot is maybe 9.5, 10.
So you want to do it like a hockey
But,
skate?
no,
You
you-
want
exactly
it to be a
right.
You
half
have
size
to, you have to do it
smaller?
at least by 20 by 40.
It's exactly my shoe
So
So
size.
you want it bigger?
hell?
Of course, you want them to stay down.
So you want to do like a hockey skate
yeah, you don't
thing
want
where
him
it's a
to.
half
You
size
don't want him to come
smaller.
right back up. You want him to sway a little bit underneath there, so he can hold his breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
He only has so much time.
All right. So do the hockey skate thing then.
Well, let me ask you a
When
few
you're
questions
sizing,
while we're
when
on-
you're sizing to drop someone with
Yeah.
cement shoes.
While we have the expert on the subject in the studio, George, if you don't mind me asking, if you're going to stab someone, should you get them like under the armpit and pop their lungs so they just immediately collapse and they can't breathe anymore?
Nah, usually you cut the artery in the neck. It's faster.
The aorta, the widowmaker. Okay, good.
That's
good.
why they call it a widowmaker.
Next question. If hot seat time for George. If you're going to Arkanside somebody and make it look like a suicide, why the hell do they shoot her in the back of the head? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's the Hillary 1, 2, 3. How to kill somebody.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page. Next question. If you're going to have somebody, how do you say it, Pat? Have somebody whacked. If you're going
Oh, whacked, yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to whack somebody, how would you have Pat whacked?
How would I? It depends on what he doesn't like.
Well, I'm shooting for cremation, so you really don't have to worry about it in open
Well, it's easy with
casket.
gasoline's pretty quick.
Okay.
Really?
In a barrel.
I think that's very quick.
Molotov cocktail or in a barrel?
No, in a barrel.
Okay.
And they
But
always said my smoking was
usually
going
have
to kill
to cut
me.
them up so you can fit in the barrel. Sometimes
Yeah.
it'd be easy.
Now, when cutting him up, do you use like an electric?
No, they used to have
cutting knife or-
butchers. You go to butcher store to let them cut up. They usually,
Do they? I hope they have like a really hot dishwashing machine of some sorts there.
yeah,
Because you don't want to quarter. And,
usually the butcher in the back takes care of that.
all right. So you got so.
Sounds awfully angry.
No,
Well,
I
no,
mean, that's
you
just
have
the
to
way.
have. Well, you want to keep the butcher in business, and plus you must owe somebody favors. So
Okay,
that's
so
what they have to do.
when
So I might end up a hoagie,
You never know. You might wind up as a
one of
crushed-
those New York
crushed Cuban.
those New York Cuban,
oppressed Cuban, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
pressed Cuban.
little onions. I'm okay with it.
So when trying to get when trying to offer your services of protection to a business, a local business, if you will, would you go with the style of Al Capone or the style of maybe Sonny from Bronx Tale? Would you try to protect the business by just being nice and being and so they don't tell on you and you don't tell on them, or do you say something like, I hate to see something bad happen to your business?
Yeah, well, the best thing is Sonny's the best because for the respect you get from people.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that was an interesting movie. At the very
Especially
end,
the biker bar was pretty good. When the
oh,
guy
that was fantastic. Yeah, they just locks the door, and everyone's like, "Oh,
shit!
nobody's going anywhere." Yeah, no, you
that
can
was a bad
stay.
experience with a biker. Yeah, that was.
the
Oh,
kid's
man.
like, oh shit, and the kid's like,
I like the end of the movie though, where De Niro goes up to the casket and starts talking to Sonny's corpse, and he's like, it's never that I didn't like you, whatever. Pat's alerting me that we're.
I'm not. I was
for a hard break.
quietly to be professional.
Oh, I love it how you do that. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything.
And
All
I'm
right.
not even sure if it's updated to daylight savings, so
It
it,
looks
could be
like it
8
has,
o'clock
yeah.
right
It's a
now.
weird- it's
Maybe
hard to
we're an
read it.
hour early.
So we've got George Colella in the studio, the Godfather, if you will. The gentlemen in the studio, Pat and George, both bikers for Trump, boots on the ground.
Not anymore.
Correct
Yeah.
how I say it? Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Well, okay. What should I say when I?
Well, we could say bikers.
pitch IGY 6.
We got. Well, we organized one that was called Bikers for President Trump,
Okay.
and
yeah,
then now
I've
we
seen
did.
that.
I got you 645.
We got your 6.
You're doing that with Rick Sarmiento,
Rick Sarmiento,
which
yeah.
is traveled around freaking
Yeah, we're
everywhere.
going around. It's just that we don't want any conflict with the other groups and stuff.
Of course not. Yeah. I
And we
agree.
had a lot of respect. The other one I don't have respect for is Chris Cox. Chris Cox.
Yeah, so, well, let's not to go do the back and
Yeah.
forth on the show because
But
I don't want to be in the middle of
yeah,
this.
yeah,
You know.
No. I'm just saying.
That's okay. Then, yeah.
We have, a lot of-
Great to have
there's a lot
somebody
of
shooting at somebody other than
Yeah,
me now.
yeah. No,
Awesome, I feel
doesn't-
safe.
You saw me in action with him. He has no balls anyway, so that's besides the
He
point.
didn't even have a bike when Bikers for Trump first started. He was like a lawn guy, if I'm not mistaken.
he was the lawnmower man.
So we can say you
He
guys
rented
are.
mowers for Trike.
you
Listen,
know,
I've been riding the bike since I was 19, and then I had a break for a while. So, and then I got back into it when everything started happening.
so what,
'Cause,
I got your 6 for 45. Is that?
Well,
what you
yeah,
said?
because the president's the 45th
Yeah,
president.
I got
So
your back.
I got your back, right?
So
Got you
how,
six.
how do you say it properly though?
I got you 645.
IGY 6.
IGY 6.
Okay, so IGY 6. So it's Bikers for
It
Trump.
says IGY 6 semicolon 45, and it's got the presidential seal.
Is it still a Bikers for Trump sort of?
Well, we could listen. If
You just don't wanna
if
say
you
that.
write it, listen. Here's the story. And this is what I tell everybody: if you ride a bike and you're for the president, you're a biker for.
There you go. Well,
Doesn't matter. It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
Everybody. The main situation is it's what's important for this country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I don't know how politics we get, but that's what's important. I mean, he went over there to fight for something, and I believe in what he fought in.
I
We do a lot
fought
of wo-
for something.
Yeah.
I fought
And they
because
still-
of what happened to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
we should
So-
all group hug now.
Yeah, but
Actually,
And to protect the streets from him.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
See how that worked out.
It's now I feel, and I am a menace to society.
Trump's taking
So I
care of
can keep you guys
MS-13, though,
employed.
so we're...
they're all confused now. I mean, I didn't know that. I could have.
Yeah.
I had to pay for my college. I mean, I did for electrical engineering. I wind up paying out of my pocket. I didn't know I could got a movie star to pay for my ticket.
Well, we got student loans, brother, and I
Yeah.
did the same. I went to school for electronics engineering. I've got a. Hold on a second here.
Well, mine was cheap. Mine was like $2,500.
You
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Wow.
something, man?
Wow.
I would love to have just that amount of student loans.
No, I'm
dude.
just saying that's what
for
it was.
many reasons, in many places, to many people.
All right, I'm hitting the wrong buttons and everything. I'm a mess, man. I'm a mess tonight. All
It's
this
like-
stuff.
Where are
So,
you writing?
An octopus there. He's
I know it's just
everything
crazy.
going.
So, all right, we're gonna take our first break here, and unfortunately, I can't load up what I would normally play for breaks because I'm using a backup computer for my feed tonight. But I do have one of my favorite bands recorded on a loop here, and
Or one run of Smoke on the Water.
that we could
just
do that. Yeah, a little
That's a
Black
long
Betty
break.
just over and over again. Yeah, right. Some Pink Floyd, The Wall would be appropriate, right, George? You
Yeah,
know?
that's right. Build a wall. That's it.
There we go. Beautiful.
All right,
Niagara Falls.
we'll be right back after this short break with more of the Kevin Holly Show. Thank you, everyone.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if I have. Hold on a second, Pat. This might work. I might actually have. Hold on. Let me look for it. Oh, it would be so cool if I could find it real fast here. Just on the thing, and of course I can.
He's just like, the timing on this is just magnificent.
It is.
He's really, I'm in awe. Every week, I'm just in awe.
I mean, I've got stuff like this.
Hey yo, this is the original Guido, Skinny Vinny. wrestling manager at ACW, and you're listening to the
Hey, all
Kevin
right.
Holly
Hey,
Show. Why?
I like the way he
Because
talks.
your mother told you not to. Turn the freaking volume up, you monkey.
All right, I'll be right back.
That was good.
What happened to the music?
I don't know.
How am I supposed to take a break if the music stops? What happened to this computer?
The computer went to sleep. Went nights.
Yeah, but Pat, it won't come
Is
back
it
on.
plugged in?
No, there's no plug. Did your battery already die, Pat? I swear to God, this computer I bought from you, the battery died, and I didn't bring a power cord for it.
Well, how much
should've
power did you have?
Look at that. It just shut off.
Hey, I might have a. Are you?
That's a Dell. You should have.
Wow, Pat. You know what? I think I'm going to fire Pat, dude. I think Pat's going to get fired tonight.
I don't know, this
You are
doesn't look good. I
listening to the
came
Kevin
up
Holly
here.
Show. Scott Butler, myself, and Kevin Holly, and everyone else. This was great fun.
Wow, it says, warning, battery is critically low. Pat, how could that possibly happen?
Offer you play.
This is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Nitwit's in the chat
I just
room.
came all the way here.
Oh, man. All right, you know what I could do, though? I'll just use the tablet, Pat.
Will this fit? I don't think this is going to fit.
Oh, yeah, so just
That's
hand
it.
to me.
Too small.
No,
Hold on, let me get the light. That's it.
It's a Dell, but I don't know if
Hold
this
on.
is going to
It's
power
supposed
it.
to be a
Let
small
me get a light.
one.
Hold on.
But this is a Dell brick, but I
It
don't know.
fits! Plug it in that white cord over there by the fan. Woo!
I can't plug it in over there. Well, don't be so happy. I don't know. if
Just
this-
plug it in already. Jeez, the people are
Plug over
waiting.
here. You got it?
Where?
The people are waiting, Pat.
There's an outlet over here.
Where do I plug it in, Ken?
Anywhere you can find a freaking
over
outlet,
here.
Pat.
I got one right here.
Man, this is just such a well-produced show tonight. I'm so proud of it.
Is it?
Is it working?
I don't know. Let me see.
Charging?
I don't know because I can't get to that screen until I hit continue here. Battery is critically low. It's rebooting, Pat. I wonder if it'll reboot to the windows that I had open. Wouldn't that be convenient?
It will.
Yeah, says the guy that sold me a freaking laptop that's got a
I
critically low battery.
gave you this $1,000 laptop for $200
How much is
and
the
a
battery?
broken fucking gun.
How much is the battery?
Right? So
That
don't
gun's
bitch.
perfect.
And it was a studio laptop that you just took home and freaking jerked off to since you had it.
No, I use my tablet for that, Pat.
Well,
when
this
my
isn't
tablet
much.
froze?
This quad core 16 gigs would stream some nice
coming up?
porn.
Waiting, still waiting. It's woo! It's still playing the music
Yeah,
in the
but
background.
is it? Can you tell if it's charging?
I can't tell if it's charging yet, Pat. It's still booting.
What about the bottom? The test.
Show right here. It's it's the right size, but I don't know if it's going to have enough power to charge.
It's charging. Yeah. Oh,
you go.
quit! Why do you have to hit me like that, Pat?
Because
Because
I was happy.
okay, I'm happy too, Pat. But
You're lucky I didn't hit you in another way for calling me shit as I was talking shit
What?
about you. As I was
What?
fucking bringing a charger.
oh, look at badass Pat. We got Birdie Badass.
Should have heard what he said about you when you left about the car.
Yeah. I burned up all your bits, your Birdie bits.
I've saved this show technically, right, for as an IT guy, at least 3 or 4 times.
Well, that's why you're here.
No, he's actually here for what he does under this table.
I
right here.
completely saved
I
your
put him under the
ass
table.
when the Wi-Fi went out. Kevin was crying. He literally was.
Yeah, he fixed it with a piece of
Are we
scotch
still
tape.
on the air?
We are still on the air.
Because I'm like, why am I talking in the microphone? I thought we were at break right now.
I want to pull this up so I know it's cool before I walk away from it. You know what I mean? And
Is it working? Yeah.
Looks like everything is working, and it pulled it right back up to right where it was.
all right, so we'll be right back then with more of the Kevin Holly Show. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The choice is yours and the choice is mine. You can't please everybody all of the time. Looking open, free, things will be just fine. But might not know till the end of the line. Happiness is only a state of mind. Open your eyes and in time you will find. Open up your heart, let your love light shine. And it don't cost a penny, nickel or dime. Keep a little up and give a little the way that it goes. What comes around, say come around, so everyone knows. What you give is what you get, so take a look, cause it's show. Picking up your brother, anytime you feeling low. Walking up a challenge, bold as with a buckle. Moving up the best and nothing less than I do. When I'm talking, I'm a little burn the fast, I like it slow. Moving up in the style of an fashion, I'm so opening up the door, when the time another door is closed. Moving to the light and from the dark, now we exposed. When I'm reaching to the sky, sky, just spread it out and let it go. Never do a thing because somebody say you know.
オリバットラネワネコロカレスカムイモシリコルチカムイオレンオリバットラのクイタッチペリカのポーノアエンコレアン私はこの北の大地アイヌモシリに生まれたくさんの冬と夏春と秋を生きてきました。森を歩き川と湖を渡り自然と共に暮らしてきました。アイヌは動物、植物、火、水、神羅万象にカムイが宿り、それぞれが役割を持って姿を変えてこの世に存在していると信じています。アイヌの生活にはカムイの加護が必要です。生きる糧も穏やかな暮らしも稲ウや供え物を捧げてカムイに祈ってきました。いろいろな場所で祭りごとや踊りを通してカムイに感謝を捧げ祈ってきました。私たちがカムイにすべきことをすれば、カムイは私たちの心と態度に報いてくれます。 ムイの存在を近くに感じます。多くの人々にこの地を知ってもらいたいと思っています。冬に訪れ春に去っていくかばっちりカムイのように、我々を見守る山の頂に登って大地を潤す水に触れて、太古の森で神聖な樹木に耳を傾けて、カムイと呼吸を合わせてほしいと思っています。アイヌの魂に触れてほしいと思っています。我々はこれからもこの北の大地、アイヌモシリで生きていきます。
Between the lines, Lana, you're not perfect. No, not to mine. Our music playing on your stereo. Don't ease your mind. I've been working all night long, trying to find the melody I'm singing in this song. Words come and then again they're gone. Feels like I got the mind block. Open up your windows, open up your eyes. Can you tell which way the wind blows? Read between the lines. The mind stops moving, it works just fine. Reggae music on the radio, keeping the minds alive. Open up your mind, find that spark inside. Time to focus, realize good things take their time. Suddenly a glimmer of a light shines bright, possessing me with all of which I need to speak my mind. Whoa, ask me will I stop? No way, cause your energy just dropped. No, not today. Ask me will I stop? We keep it rocking all day. Let it all soak in. I've been working all night long, trying to find the spark or find out what I'm doing wrong. No problem, I got time to focus on. I got some passion and more patience than I thought. Will I stop? No way, cause your energy just dropped. No, not today. Ask me will I stop? We keep it rocking all day. Let it all soak in. emotion. I'm bound for places I'm choosing. Quiet down, got to get up, keep moving. Let it all soak in. There's a world I don't know. Try to find a place that I can go. There's a world I don't know. Try to find a space that I control. Ask me will I stop? No way, 'cause your energy just dropped. No, not today. Ask me will I stop? We keep it rocking all day. Let it all soak in. Ask me will I stop? Ask me will I stop?
New Trident Spearmint Rush Vibes, with bursts of spearmint flavor that pop.
go. We're back. We're live. Hold on. Welcome back, everybody, to the second segment of the Kevin Holly Show. Oh, my gosh.
Did you miss us?
I don't know what that weird speaking in tongues, there was like some kind of YouTube commercial that played on my break music because if you're just tuning into us now, we had a serious technical issue. A laptop went down like 3 minutes before we started the show tonight. But we're back. Everything's cool. 6 minutes. Sorry. Pat's all on time here. We got Pat Shit Crazy, Pat Berge in the house. We've also got George Colella. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. We got George, the Godfather.
Coletti.
Confetti. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we got a couple of bikers in the studio
I thought
tonight.
I was out and they pulled me back in.
It's not a gang.
No. It's a club, man. You guys are in a club. It's like a get-along gang, you know? That's what
The
it is.
joke wouldn't have worked if I said club.
They had to shoot him up.
Everybody, when I said that, though, everybody in that room laughed. That was pretty funny.
No, it was good. Well, I kept on saying it's not a gang because
It's not a gang. It's not a gang.
Big head over there, the other guy, not the sheriff, the other guy, the one that can't stand me and him. He can't stand my guts.
So,
Fucking dick.
why is he such a dick? That guy's a big dick. So we were talking outside on break. We were getting a little political and stuff, and I've got something I wanted to bring up, and I didn't want to really hit this story too hard. But you know, in the news recently, there was the story about the Hollywood elites that paid through a foundation, a bogus foundation, to get their kids into big colleges. And nobody seemed to mention this one part about this subject that kind of struck a chord with me. So they paid extra money to have their rich children go to, like, you know, Harvard or whatever. Right? Well, yeah, money buys stuff, right? And it's a known fact. It happens all the time. Everything's fixed and rigged.
They should just legalize it.
So, but what I didn't hear anybody talk about is that it's okay. Like, these people went to jail and had to bail out. The woman from that show, not 8 is Enough. What is that family show that was on for
the House, Little House on the Prairie.
Open
girl.
House or something.
Oh, no, Little
Full House.
Full House.
That's
Yeah.
close to the houses.
And then Fuller House, right? Aunt Becky, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
And she paid $1 million bail to get out of jail for fraud, right? But why
Did she pay $1 million bail? I thought
what
she
her
paid
bail
$1 million.
It was a bond.
Oh.
Yeah. So why is it... Why, this is my segment for Why Come. We have a segment that's new on the show, and I don't have my music loaded up for it. I could probably do, let's do this for it. Hold on a second. I'm sure I've got something. Here we go. It's time for Why Come, everybody. Why Come. And this is a segment that I got from when I was in college, and we had a professor in my class.
Why come? That's not a. This isn't a racist segment.
Not at all. His name was. It's not important what the professor's name was. We had a guy in the class named Washington, right? And the teacher looked like Don King, you know. And he saw, you know, Mr. Washington would always raise his hand up to ask questions in class, and you know. The teacher was like, Mr. Washington's got a question. What's on your mind, Mr. Washington? And Mr. Washington would say, well, what I don't understand is why come when the sinusoidal waveform is lagging, it's not showing a whatever, you know. So I've got a why come segment now. And for me tonight, why come the Aunt Becky got to get arrested and post $1 million bail for fraud for getting kids into a college, but Elizabeth Warren can lie on her application and say that she's a Native American, when she's not. Yeah, and she doesn't go to jail. She doesn't have to post bail.
Doesn't even lose her law license, and she used it on her law's license.
Yeah, she lied in her application for the
it's
bar.
right on there. It says right there. She said she wrote it in. She exactly wrote it in about what her race was, and she said that she was a Native American Indian.
I'm glad to see there's not this two-tier justice system anymore.
Yeah, right? I mean...
Well, the biggest thing is that they start eating their own, as they say, because what happens is so much... You know, there's an old Italian saying, he who spits in the ceiling comes back in the face. And that's what's... You hear that one?
So, George was also... we were talking about Howard Stern on break and how he's got those pipes. I love Shannon Burke. The way he talks, he's just got this deep, awesome voice, you know, on the radio. And I don't have that. I've got more of a queer bait voice, and that's okay. I'm fine with who I am. I'm not queer, Pat. So don't look at me like stop looking at my dick, Pat. Anyway,
Pivot man.
Yeah, thank you. So George was like, well, can't you like?
He's a little spinner.
He said, can't you tune your voice to make it sound deeper or different to give yourself those pipes? And I do have a few loaded up here, and we're going to go through them. And George, I want you to pick your favorite that would make me more successful in radio. Let's go with voice number 1. Here we go.
Hello, George. I am Kevin Hawley, and you're listening to my show.
No, that's Friday the 13th. I'm good.
Not good with that. Okay, what about this here? Here we go.
Hello, George.
Wait a minute. That's not it.
No, that sucked. Try to.
That was my
Somehow
voice.
that was even more faggy.
That was my voice.
Somehow.
It was just me.
Oh, my bad.
Excuse me. Take me to your dealer. And I will joyfully buy.
I think that Disney will throw you out on that one.
Okay, got it. No good. What about?
I'm waiting for him to mix up the to mix up that voice box with his stun gun thing.
How about?
And
hold on, Pat. We'll do this for George.
Truck train.
There it is. Get on board. Okay, what about? I'll turn my bass way up here. Here we go.
He's got a Trump Twain.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kevin Holly Show.
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this. Does it make it echo? Can you hear my echo? So,
You have an echo.
George is in the studio tonight, and he's a very handsome man.
Oh,
It's
thank
time for the Sweat
There we
Motel
go.
with my man.
That's
Keith
much
Sweat.
less gay.
I'm gonna
Put my back up against the wall.
Whoa,
Really?
whoa, hold
Yeah,
on,
that's
slow
much
down.
less gay, Kevin. I guess the voice doesn't really matter. It's the content we're concerned about.
No, I'm not concerned about content at all. What are you talking about, man? Hold on, I turned my bass too far down. Hold on, let me pull it back up a little bit. All right, here we go. So, okay, so that's that. Shannon Burke is probably going to be out of a job soon. They changed the format at 106.7 in Atlanta, whatever it is that he's on, to the same Christian company that bought that station that bought some other one, whatever. I don't know. So maybe Shannon Burke will be coming back to Florida, and we'll hear him on local radio down here. I'd love to see him on like 820 or maybe 102.5, something cool like that. Give the man a show! Shannon Burke, shout out right there.
Nice.
Oh, man.
We got an extra microphone here.
Yeah, he could be the fourth mic on the Kevin Holly Show. Could you imagine if Shannon Burke was here? That would be fantastic. I would be like, yo, Shannon, give me another beer!
I'd rather have Carmen.
Oh, come on now.
I mean,
any
that's
female.
just an open
Invitation?
that's
Yeah.
just a
Okay.
thing. But I'm sorry
What?
to Cam. I
To
guess.
Cam, yeah. Cam Bertrand. check him out
can I
on
joke
Facebook
about
if it ever
that
comes
now?
back up. Facebook, that is. Cam is going to be performing much stand-up comedy locally here in Florida. Once again, he goes back and forth, like L.A., Florida, whatever. You know, I love Cam, dude. He's so cool. When he was in here, it was so funny. I'm like, what's the worst comedy show you ever did? Like when you were coming up, give me an example of like where you bombed or the crowd wasn't into it. Or you're
Was
like,
this before he did the Kevin Holly Show or after?
this was during
the
the
second
Kevin Holly
time,
Show.
maybe.
No,
Okay.
only one time.
Okay.
And he said that he did a show at a flea market, and that they promised that there was going to be like 100 people there. It's going to be a big event. And he's like, there was like 4 people there, and he got paid. I'm like, did you get paid? He's like, yeah.
Kevin Holly Show chat room.
He got like 2 bottles of water. Yeah, it's my chat room. George, really? Who's this guy?
I like him.
I do too. So I have to, or he'll kill me. So anyway, so then Cam was telling us, if you listen to that episode, he's like, one time I'm like, do you ever get like effed up before you do a show? You ever do stand-up comedy, but yeah, you know, you're in the green room and you're drinking, doing shots of tequila or smoking the ganja or doing rails or smoking meth or doing some fentanyl or anyway. And he's like, well, one time, you know, Cam's very young. He's like 25 or 24 or something like that.
He's a tall drink of water, but
Yeah, very handsome, very
nonetheless.
beautiful man. Yeah. So he was like, he goes, one time I did this show, and I was on Budweiser, and we all like stopped for a
I was
second.
on Budweiser.
And Chuck goes, no, he said I was on Corona. He was like, yeah, I was drinking. I was on Coronas. And homeless Chuck just butted right in, and he goes, you ever do a show on Budweiser? And I just lost it. I thought that was so funny. So during the show, we got a break, and Jay and Chuck went downstairs to have cigarettes, and it was me, Cam, and Pops. in the studio, and the break music's playing, and Cam's just looking around at the Wall of Fame, and we're just kind of BSing, and Pops is chatting with us and stuff. And my phone rings, and it's Jay, and he's downstairs, and he's like, dude, the elevator's broken. It's stuck in between the first and second level, and the door, because Chuck was
I
messing
was
with
here
it.
that night, wasn't I? That's when Chuck broke the damn
Yeah,
elevator.
you were here, yeah.
Opening it as a joke.
Yeah, in between floors.
We almost
Chuck's
had the freaking fireman carry Pops down the freaking stairs.
I had to tell Cam, I'm like, listen,
he's
dude.
in a wheelchair and shit, like 90 years old. It wouldn't
He's
have been pretty.
82 or 83. This was about
Chuck
4 years
broke
ago.
the damn elevator.
So I told
Playing
Cam,
around.
I'm like, listen, dude, this is important. You know, we're gonna have to. I'll hold the backside of it. You hold his feet. You know, and we'll just have to roll him down the steps one step at a time to get him down. Or we're calling the fire department, and they're gonna have to put him on a gurney. You know what I mean, or helicopter him from the roof or something. And Cam looked at me like, "Are you serious, dude?" He got all like, I can't do that. Like, I don't. What? Oh, it's okay. Screensaver. Yeah, we're good. So anyway, Cam Bertrand, follow him on Facebook. Give him a like and a follow and a share. Check him out. Also, Murder the Crow, hot band right now. They're going to be playing. They just played at the Verona.
No
Slingshot
crows were actually harmed
No.
in the creation of the band.
The secretion of the band.
Yes.
So that all being said, man, I'm losing everything over here.
And
There we go.
isn't there another one like cutting down the trees or something?
Down from trees. Yeah.
Down from trees. Get down from trees.
Get down. Get down.
Get down from the tree.
Get down from those trees, man.
Off my yard.
I wish Harambe would have gotten down from the trees.
I forgot to mention, George, he is a Harambe truther.
I am a Harambe truther.
Oh.
Yes. I believe that Harambe actually died for our sins, and he is our savior. One of our saviors. You know,
One of them.
There's two, you know.
He's going to hell for that.
No, I'm not.
Pretty sure. No, I mean, actually, there's been things that have been written for like 2,000 years.
I'm
that
pretty
says
sure
you
that there's a wall, and St. Peter opens the gate, and next to St. Peter is Stephen Hawking, and he'll be like, welcome to heaven, but he can't go up the stairs, you know, because he's in a wheelchair.
Oh, you're looking for VIP access now to hell.
Yeah.
They got accessibility, I think, right?
I think so.
I think, or else they get sued for, being not handicapped.
ADA compliant, we call
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, the Americans Disability Act of 19.
Familiar with that.
There's a lot of people's legs that were broken, and I believe they might have made it up there.
Oh, you know about those people, do you?
That actually law was made because of the Italians.
Oh, that's great. George,
did the mobility scooter business a lot of good too.
Oh yeah, they got that thing that you sit on and it takes you up the stairs. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That shit drives me up a fucking wall. Thank you.
How many times?
George, do you speak Italian?
Yes, I do.
Can you give us a phrase that might
the phrase that pays?
Can you say?
Say now, Bella goes.
Can you say you are listening to the Kevin Holly show?
So I'm listening to the Kevin Holly show.
Very nice. Can you say that and then say balls afterwards? Meatballs?
Ogats. You got to say that's the end. The balls are guts. Ogats. Bugatti?
My dad had a Bugatti back in the 70s.
Nice.
The car. Yeah, it was awesome.
So that's why they called it a Bugatti. The guy,
balls.
To drive that car, you have a lot of balls, so that's why they used to call it.
What's your favorite topping on a pizza?
Nothing. Anchovies.
Really?
Maybe.
Really?
Anchovies, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of gross, man.
But usually I make... What's gross about the anchovies?
They're all slimy and just like, ew.
Yeah,
it smells
they
like
taste
fish.
good.
Is eating pizza with a fork really a thing?
Well,
a
I
bad
didn't
thing?
they eat it with the fork.
Really?
Yeah.
But like in New York or someplace, it's like
Well, in New
they'll
York,
shoot
it's
you, won't they?
they'll fuck it. They'll introduce you to the table. You know what the introducing of the table is? They put your hand behind your fucking head and bounce your head on the table. That's how they introduce you to the table.
Let me
What about Greek cuisine? Do you like Greek cuisine?
Yeah, I go to Top and Spring once in a while. I get the oompa, whatever.
Yeah. Opa. Yeah, the saganaki. I've got an idea.
Kevin was a Greek man's seaman.
I was.
He was.
I worked on a boat owned
He
by a
worked
Greek
on
guy.
a Greek fishing boat.
It wasn't a fishing boat. It was a dolphin cruise.
It was a dolphin
And we had,
cruise.
and we had
Yeah, what I got at Top and Spring. Yeah.
Yeah, we had two Cuban dudes that were ticket hawkers on the sidewalk, and they would go, "Dolphin Cruise, come and join us for the boat ride." And I taught them when it was hurricane season and it was stormy out. I was telling them to join us for your last boat ride. And they'd be, "Dolphin Cruise, come join us for the last boat ride." They were fun, man. So I worked down there in Tarpon Springs for 14 years. I worked at a marina driving a forklift. I was a deckhand and a dockhand. I was a delivery driver for a little over a decade.
Are we talking about Greeks?
Well, yeah, for a moment.
All right,
I was an Italian
about a Greek.
I was Italian Irish waiter in a Greek restaurant where the cooks were Mexican. Some of them.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
We don't know what Jay has.
Well, here's the original story about Greeks in New York.
Oh, yeah. All right,
What they now the Muslims got them, but they used to start with a hot dog. We used to say they used to start with a hot dog wagon in the city of New York.
Mm.
Then from the hot dog wagon, they opened up diners, and then with the diners, they were very good with diners. They used to make a lot of food and everything else, and they used to do the great with the hamburgers, the fries, the salads, and all that other shit that they make.
Hungry.
And they're trying to make the chicken parmesan. I wouldn't eat Italian food in a Greek plate. It ain't happening.
What about the moussaka?
Moussaka, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like a Greek version of the Italian dish, but it's like they put like nutmeg and shit in it. You know,
Yeah.
The bechamel. What Pat's favorite Greek dessert? The bukake lava. Oh, dude, he likes sheep kebabs too.
I do like.
sheep kebab. Yeah.
I do like Greek food though.
I love Greek food. I would go up to my tables and I would
Greek
say,
lemon soup.
"Hey, you know our specials tonight? We've got kebabs on special. We've got Greek kebabs. We've got lamb kebabs, beef kebabs, chicken kebabs, pork kebabs, koala kebabs." And they'd be like, "What?"
Koala.
And I'd be like,
Yeah,
"What?"
Kevin was actually drunk
What'd
at
I
a
say?
Burger King when that happened.
Yeah, it was weird, but
yeah.
so.
The people at the table just ordered. I don't know. They never got their food. I don't.
Funny.
The
You read
Glick in the chat room.
What's going on?
He says, "Tell Marlon Brando to quote Godfather or Goodfellas." He's talking about you, George.
Hey, yo, easy, pal. Did you hear what happened with Marlon Brando and what's his name? What did he say downstairs?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, yeah,
Yeah.
fudge packer.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Greek fudge? Pat,
That was prior fudge right there.
Pryor
Yeah.
fudge. Pat tried to apply to work at the Greek restaurant that I worked at with Chuck and Jay and me. And
No, I didn't.
The first day, he asked somebody if he could push his stool in, and they fired him right there. Actually, they promoted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Let's
with
say
you
get
guys
four,
working
get
there.
4 gay guys on the bar.
I know when they get.
Yeah, what do you
Turn
call
the stool upside down.
Yeah, it's a fruit stand.
Yep.
Thank you.
I can't believe with the 3 of you working there that place is still even freaking standing.
Oh, we killed it in there, man. We had call parties. People came and asked for us by name, dude. One of my favorite stories ever, dude. I had this lesbian couple that would come in all the time. They always sat on the patio. So the days that I was stationed on the patio, I was sure to have these 2 lesbians. And they were like lipstick lesbians, you know, like kind of hot, maybe in their late 30s, early 40s, slim, short haircuts, makeup. And they were just enjoying themselves, having a nice meal on the sidewalk in the middle of the afternoon, drinking iced tea, you know. And I had gotten to know them a little bit from waiting on them so many times over the 4.5 years that I worked there. And one day I had to pick my kid up early from daycare, right? This is back in like 2009 or something like that, right? So, or 2012, whatever it was. So that was my last table. They liked to camp. We call them campers when they sit there after the check's been delivered, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a breeze to have them be campers.
You would have loved me. I sit down with my laptop and shit.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, you need to get out of here, dude. I'd be like, there's a dolphin boat
You should
across the
drive
street.
me crazy.
It's like
That drive me fucking nuts.
I'd walk by and just shut that lid.
You know how
on the
many people
laptop.
are
You
waiting
don't
for the
need this
table?
table.
No, but you know how many people wait in line for the fucking table and people are sitting there? Yo, come on, let's break it up.
God.
What are
Yeah,
you
he's
doing?
playing chess out there at the table.
Yeah.
You know. So
Can I have another refill on my coffee?
no,
It's like no more
$9,
money.
sir. Yeah.
No more money coming.
Your
way.
time is up.
In an Italian restaurant, they introduce your head to the table again.
Yeah.
So
And you're out.
I think they do that at Greek restaurants too. I've worked for the Greeks, man. They're freaking hardcore.
yeah, I know you try to push a stool in. Yeah.
I worked for Albanians. They are serious.
Well, the
Oh,
Albanians
they don't-
make
the Greeks
believe
and
they're
the-
Italians.
Yeah,
The,
they don't get along, man.
I used to work for the Dervish Brothers out on Sand Key at the Gallery Restaurant, and every year on New Year's, Naeem Dervish, who they were both chicken farmers from Albania, and now they own they own this beautiful on stilts fine dining restaurant in Sand Key Beach. And Naeem would bring a automatic weapon fully automatic weapon and fire it off into the Gulf of Mexico every New Year's.
They call that an Albanian picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every New Year's at midnight. It was insane. He ended up getting arrested for selling automatic weapons, grenade launchers, and shit. Got 5 years in federal prison. Served about 2. Had a heart attack while he was in there. Got a new heart for free. So he got, saved his life.
It's funny, the Greeks actually
like a
serve heart.
$50,000 surgery.
Yeah.
And 2 years of free meals, $50,000 free surgery.
Yeah, cool
Came
story,
back
bro.
out.
So anyway, I'm waiting on these lesbians. And by the way, this is the song I would play for you if you're laptoping it up at my table. Here you go. Oh yeah, ready? That's what I'd be like, Pat, it's time for you to go. Get out of my section.
I'd say, no me jolo poniente.
Oh man, never skip row, dude. Here you go. Comes the hook. Come on now.
I can't understand the point you're trying to make. It just sounds like rock and roll gibberish.
Get the fuck out.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Just a little get the fuck out, Pat. So anyway, that should be my outro music tonight since I don't
back
have
to
no speaker.
lesbians.
So I got these lesbians at my table and I have to leave early.
These lesbians.
Yeah, and so I find Chuck of all people because Chuck's my friend.
We used to call them cutlet suckers, in Brooklyn.
Cutlet sucker. Suckers.
Yeah, that's what you used to call them in Brooklyn.
Because when you make a cutlet, you butterfly.
like that. Yeah, open it up like this,
Yeah.
and then go and put the tongue in the middle, and that's it.
Chuck was always good with the ladies.
Yeah, so he's
Oh
a ladies'
Jesus!
man.
He could.
Absolutely.
If you were lesbian, she would freaking
Turn
switch
straight, yeah. And so check this out. I go find Chuck in the kitchen, and I'm like, Chuck, listen, I've got to leave early. I've got one table left. It's those lesbian campers. They're really nice and sweet. They've already paid, but haven't left the tip. I said, I already dropped the check. I said, I'll just transfer the table to you. You can keep the tip, whatever you want. And all they're doing is waiting for refills and iced tea. They're done eating. They're done with everything. And he's done eating. That's where lesbians retire. Done eating. Thank you. So
they do.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, cool. I said, well, come with me. I'll introduce you. And he's like, I never waited on them before. I'm like, I'll walk you over to the table, and I'll tell them I'm leaving, and Chuck will be taking care of you. So I walk over to the table with Chuck. And I said, hey, girls, unfortunately, I have a family event. I need to leave a little early, but you're welcome to stay as long as you want. It's slow.
Were they offended by you calling them girls?
No. I don't know if I said girls. I might have said, hey, dykes, listen. I'm just kidding.
Listen, dyke.
No, I did not do that. So I was like, ladies, this is Charles. He's going to be, waiting on you. And if you need anything, he's very attentive. He's one of my favorites here. And, Charles... the lesbians, Charles. And Chuck goes, okay, thank you, and shakes their hands, nice to meet you. And he goes, would you like refills on your iced tea while I'm out here? And they go, yeah, that would be fantastic. And he goes, okay, I'll be right back. Lickety split. And then he smiles and he's in his deep voice. He's like, ha, 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 ha. Walks away, and I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Chuck's got this voice for radio. It's like boom, it's like really deep.
Yeah, but he shuts his eyes while he's talking, so he can't see the hand signals that we give him, like cut through it, like shh,
oh
stop,
yeah.
He just keeps going.
What comes out of the mouth is generally just horrendous.
Like we had the man on the wall right there in the suit, right, with the nice little flower on his suit there.
Yeah.
That is Robert Dushman. A very famous attorney. He was a regular on the Shannon Burke show for when he was in Tampa here, right? He would call in, just like the Ask the Dom on the Bone, He would field legal questions from listeners and callers. Fantastic guy. George, you should follow Robert Dushman. I'll send you his profile. Yeah, he does like a daily opinion.
You'd like it. Yeah, it's really good.
Spot on. Yeah, on Facebook. It is
it's
so
really
good, dude.
He's from this area.
Everybody out there, he lives in Winter Haven or somewhere. So check it out. I was asking Mr. Dushman to be on my show for months, and we just couldn't get the timing right. But I was like, listen, I've heard you on Shannon's show for so many episodes, and now that Shannon's out of town in Atlanta. If you still want to stay local and want to be in a podcast, internet radio, I'd love to have you on. And he was like, absolutely. So I booked him, and he calls before the show at like 7 o'clock, and I'm in the parking lot. And he's like, hey, Kevin, I just wanted to call and touch base with you, exactly what time to call, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I was so excited. So I hang up the phone, and Chuck and Jay are out there, and Pops, you know, they all show up. And I'm like, listen, guys, we've got a phoner tonight, and it's Robert Duchemin. I've been trying to get him on the show for so long. I'm super excited. Please be cordial, Chuck. You know, please don't make fun of his last name because it's got it rhymes with
or even the first name, Dick.
No, Robert.
Oh, yeah,
Richard.
you can't do Robert Richard.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't make Dick out of Robert.
Well, I'm not going to touch that one.
Please don't touch my dick.
We don't want this to turn into a comedy show or something.
So Mr. Duchemin calls the show, and within like 2 minutes of me interviewing him and talking to him, Chuck goes up to the mic and he goes, what was it like growing up with the last name Doucheman? And I'm like, oh, come on, Chuck.
Oh,
and Robert's answer was fantastic. He goes, well, I'm 6'5", 240, and I played football, so I didn't really have any problems with people making fun of my last name. Yeah, and Chuck was just like, a couple of times with other interviews, he would shut his eyes and just start talking and telling his own story. And then I was like, you know, off the air, I'm like, listen, Chuck, you know, when we're interviewing somebody, you know, if you're going to tell a story, if you're going to butt in or whatever, you're like a loose cannon, dude. You need to maybe like tap me on the leg or raise your hand. And he's like, oh, I got to fucking raise my hand to talk on this show. I'm fucking all right. He got all mad, you know. And we
did get a bit stressed that night. I had to.
Yeah, he was.
I
mad,
had to
man.
find. I was like driving up and down 19 in my Nissan Leaf, trying to find his drunk ass walking home.
Yeah, he fucking left.
You went. You don't drink. You don't go through nearly as much beer since Chuck left the show.
I don't
That's
really,
for sure.
I don't drink a lot anyway.
There was a
you know?
lot of beer. Those guys would drink a lot
Well,
of beer.
Chuck Jay
Jay
drinks the
oh,
vodka.
Dear God.
Yeah, there was one time Jay was on the show, and he was wasted by the third hour.
Oh yeah,
and
oh yeah.
He's like, this is what he said. I got the audio bite right here. This is fantastic, dude. He was freaking cackled.
It's freaking
And
hilarious.
he's like, and he was totally David Hasselhoff, right? On the floor whenever he was eating that cheeseburger, and his daughter was filming him. And he literally was eating McDonald's. And this is what he said. I got it right here. Here we go.
I'm eating a double cheeseburger.
Double cheeseburger?
I'm eating a double cheeseburger right now.
Just out of nowhere, dude. I got a couple of Jaybird clips here. Let's do another one here.
I am not very knowledgeable.
Can we end this podcast tonight, please?
I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Here.
How come you haven't ever faked out Glick?
I think I got one more, man, for Jaybird. I know I do. I got this one. I think my kid did this. This is great. This is a little promo cut for Jaybird.
His big black balls bounce across the floor in the dump tower. Jaybird on the Kevin Holly Show.
That's not what I was expecting.
Hey, do you have that? Do you have a clip of Pops talking about making love to a Muslim woman?
No, but I do have.
Hilarious.
I have this.
Okay. You ever see the ones with the burger eating spaghetti?
What?
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube where they're eating spaghetti. They actually pick up the face of the burger and they
just
twirl the fucking spaghetti and they putting it under the thing and they getting the sauce all over.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a built-in napkin.
It is
upside down.
It's a built-in tablecloth if she's bent her over.
Wow, Pat.
Hey, they come in. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
They come already ready to pop in the international airport on JFK in New York. In the international airport already.
What do you mean ready to pop?
Ready to have a baby.
Oh, anchor baby.
Yep, right there. They come in all with. They're like this little, and
they're having babies right there at the airport.
Right there.
I would deliver a baby. I was at a strip club once, and there was a very pregnant stripper in the middle of the day. Now, I've got a 3-foot rule with strange women anyway. I'm not a strip club guy, at all. But I happened to be in a strip club.
I just happened to ask him for directions.
Yeah, I just went by. Oh, look at that. And there's a woman that's pregnant in it.
He's got a girlfriend now. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, and 3 baby seals tried to walk into 3 baby seals walked into a club. 1 lived. Thank you.
So okay, so can I
So,
expand?
hold on,
okay,
hold on.
you finish, and
So-
I'm going to expand on that when you're done.
Okay, so I'm in this strip club, and there's a very pregnant stripper. And I'm telling you, man, I swear I saw the thing moving in her belly, you know? And I was like, bottle service, please, private dance, you know? That's how it should be, man, you know? It's like all of a sudden she starts giving birth. That's like, let's go take this to the champagne
She was
room,
a pregnant stripper?
Yeah, and I swear that I saw the baby moving around. The baby was dancing too. It was the craziest thing, dude.
So I gotta, okay, so George, you have multiple kids, right?
Yeah, I feel them.
During delivery, did you have to have sex with your wife
To induce labor.
to induce labor?
I was afraid of hitting the kid in the head.
I thought I was the only one, right? And we Jay and I brought this up last night.
9th month. It was fine, you know.
Uh-huh.
All right. I
Now-
just worried I didn't want to go too deep because I don't want to hit the kid in the head.
Yeah, my midwife that we had deliver both our children suggested you need to go home and have sex a lot in the 9th month.
Yeah,
You know,
to have the
well,
kid
for the
come
one
on.
kid. The other one came
Well, the
out.
problem I had with this, right, is that when I had to do it, I didn't know this was a thing at all, right? My first daughter, and we've got our whole family there. I've got grandparents, parents.
for
My
delivery.
mom was there, and they made me go into the bathroom with my wife, who's like getting ready to deliver, and have sex with her. Do you realize the performance anxiety that's involved with in a bathroom with your pregnant wife, with your mom outside, and everybody outside going, "Don't fuck this up!" You know, can you hurry this up?
Yeah,
we want
I
our
like that.
grandson.
They're cheering you on. They're like, do
We
it,
want-
do it, go.
That just turned the whole thing into a very awkward job, right? It's not what sex is supposed to be about.
Yep.
So
Well,
that was just freaking awful.
when I had my first daughter, she was born through I didn't go into natural childbirth, but the second one I did. So now I had to tell my Italian father that I'm going to do natural childbirth. He says, "Hey, what do you mean? You got to go in the side? You got to see your wife all messed up like that with all the blood coming out of the baby?
Yeah.
You're not gonna do sex anymore." I said, "Dad, this is the way it goes." I said, the baby's gonna come out over there, gonna take pictures, everything else." So the second one I had, which I did the natural, my wife thought it was a boy. She made the room fucking blue. She did the carpet blue. Everything was blue.
Something tells me this isn't going to end well.
So now the baby's born. Okay, she was 9 pounds. She was 9 pounds. Yeah, the big baby was 9 pounds. I believe 7 ounces.
Oh, that is a big baby.
All right, big baby. So what happens is, so now the baby comes out. I said, "Oh, it's a boy," and what was the umbilical cord was between her baby's legs. So I thought, "Oh, made a mistake on that one." So as the doctor, because they had a cutter, I said, "Doc, do me a favor, sew it up a little bit tighter for me because I'm tired of it
He
slipping."
called the butcher. He had a butcher friend,
So the doctor went like this. He's holding the stitches up, holding the thing up like this. He's hysterical, fucking laughing. He can't make the stitch anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And my wife said, "What the fuck? You got to talk to him now."
And while you're at it, can you stitch your lips
just
tight?
tighter, yeah.
Get both sets of
So it was
lips.
tight as slipping.
He's like, I'm trying to
Especially
talk
if
to
the
you.
9 pounds. And then my son came in, he was 10, 14.
Wow. Nice.
You know, it's ironic that Pat's also had a lot of umbilical cords wrapped around his waist. Weird.
Was
that the Muslim thing?
I got four. I have 4 kids.
he's
My
a
twin sons.
pedo.
My twin sons. That was a mess, man. That was like,
twin sons.
they did the C-section, taking 2 kids out. I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, that's fucking gross, right? They just basically take all of her insides
It's
and
beautiful.
throw
Move
it
it
up
up, yeah.
on her stomach, and then
watched that?
Yeah, I'm fucking standing right there,
Did you
dude.
help push it all back in? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first, no, I didn't touch it.
So you were all up in her guts.
My first kid, we were going to do not the natural birth, we were going to do the water birth, right? So we had the water birth room. I think we paid extra for it and everything. And then my wife starts whining about the pain. Don't say it like that to her, though. Swear to God, trust me, guys, never say it like
I'll
that.
make sure not to talk about
She
that
was
tonight when
she
I
was
call her.
bothered by the pain to the point where she had to take the epidural, But once you take the epidural, you can't do the baby thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, come on, honey, suck it up. I wanted to freaking have him pop out swimming. Not so lucky. So
They do that in
Understood.
Russia a lot.
that would have been cool.
I guess,
little
man,
swimmer.
yeah, I mean,
My little swimmer's made a swimmer.
speaking of water, I've waterboarded my penis before.
Nice.
Yeah, I hit it hard, and I'm like, who do you work for? Who do you work for? And the results were the same. Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I didn't really get much.
No, you didn't get much out of it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tried. You know what I mean? What? What's funny about that?
Did anybody hear you coming?
Yeah. Spicoli heard me coming twice. What? Yeah, I know what time it is, Pat.
I'm not going to do that again if you point out. I'm just
I
trying to
know.
nicely say it's
I already know.
it's
I don't need your help, Pat,
10:03.
okay? Thank you.
Well,
when you're
you-
on that
you get
side,
distracted.
When you're in the co-host seat,
I'm side seat driving.
yeah, you're like in the guest microphone right now, so I don't even pay attention to you.
I'm side
George,
seat driving.
Any suggestions you have, I will take literal.
Let me see.
to the heart. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Let's think about this one.
Oh God.
I'm being shut out.
About what?
No, I'm being shut out.
I'm still thinking about that fucking chart.
The what?
That was a good chart. All the charts were good.
The chart. Well, it's a Brooklyn thing. I say chart.
I'm just messing with you. Please don't kill me.
You're close to that fucking window, pal.
Hey, sometimes I want to jump out of it.
What was that? What do we tell a guy? Is he what do you call?
You can survive
Is he a
3
flyer?
floors.
No, it's a flyer. What do we used to say?
A jumper?
No, we used to say
a fluffer. Pat? What?
No, you throw him out of the window. Is he flapper or a sinker?
A flapper or a sinker.
I don't. Sometimes I.
He
don't
must
feel
be a witch. He doesn't fly. Doesn't
You
float.
almost got that right.
I know. I just did the
Should
Monty
we-
Python switch.
Should we play the no Trump game and then go to break, or should we go to break and come back and play the no Trump game? It's up to George. Do you want to stick around for after the break, play the no Trump game? You want to play that now, and then that way you can take off a little earlier? if
Yeah,
you
that's
want?
fine. Whatever. That's fine.
Which
Play it now.
right now?
Yeah, play now if you want.
All right,
It's
all
up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, I like that.
Should I unwrap a fresh pack?
I already did. Give each
Don't
of
you
us
have
5.
to go? What do you call?
What's it?
Do you have to go on break now?
No.
No, we can break late or not break at all. It's no big deal. All right, so Pat, while you get the 5 cards ready, I'm going to play the intro music.
Hello. You people know a lot about trucks. Bing, bing, bong. Thank
Ladies
you
and
very
gentlemen,
much.
it's time for the Trump game. No Trump game.
Oh, you touch my ta-la-la.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, ding, bong.
All right, this is a game that we play where
Bing, bing, bing,
we're going to
ding, ding, ding,
throw out a
bong,
quote,
bong, bong. Bing, ding,
and it's
ding,
either going to be a
bong,
quote
bong,
from Donald
bing,
J.
ding,
Trump,
ding, bong,
President
bong.
of the United States of America, or a celebrity of sorts, and you'll have to guess whether or not it's Trump or
Hello.
a
You
celebrity.
people know a lot about
We'll
trucks.
give you the celebrity's name.
Bing, bing,
We'll read the
bong.
quote. You
Bing,
guess
bing,
Trump
bong,
or the
bing,
other
bing,
person.
Bing, bing, bong.
Who
Bing,
wants to
bing,
go
bing,
first?
bong, bong. Bing, bong, bong.
It goes by the oldest.
That's me.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Do I have to turn this and read it?
Ding, 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 ding.
I have to
Well,
turn
what
it?
you do, George, is just
hold the card like this.
Just look at the things first before you read them, right? So look at it and see which one would be the hardest to figure out, right? If it's talking about like his orange hair or something, you're going to be able to figure it out. But and then read the one that's most difficult to determine if it's Trump, and then give us the names of the 2 choices, and we have of the one
Gotcha.
choice.
All right, ready?
Yeah, we'll give you 30 seconds. Who do you want to quiz, me or Pat?
I'll go with.
I can't phone a friend.
Kylie.
I can't
what's her name?
phone
What's her name?
George
Kelly?
if it's
What's
me.
her name? Kelly?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Kelly.
No, it's close.
Yeah.
I like Kevin.
Polly. Kevin Polly.
He's just a whore. Call him
All
a
right,
whore.
I'm
George.
ready whenever you are.
Okay, here we go.
30
Ready?
seconds.
Is this Trump or not Trump? You want me to do that or the guy's name?
gotta
give me the name,
other,
yeah.
Oh, the other name?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, is it Trump or D.H. Lawrence?
Oh, Jesus. I
Who
don't
the
know
fuck
that
is D.H. Lawrence?
I don't
He's
know.
an author.
Oh. I like to write when I feel spiteful. It is like having a good sneeze.
Well, I'm going to go with the author on that one. The D.L. Hooley,
The other one
whatever his
was
name
easy.
was.
D.L. Lawrence?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
I'm going with
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Was
They
that
don't
right?
write good. Well, that would be right here right away.
Thank you. Put
You
that
know?
mic closer to yourself, please. Give myself a
Yep,
point
here we
for
go.
that one.
All right, that was good.
All right. Here we go. Hold on a second. What's going on with the... my tablet's acting up again.
Nice.
We're good. Looking in the chat room if anybody's
It's
got
the
any answers.
shadow net all day long. You don't.
Too far away. Okay, next one, George. I'm ready.
Again. Here we go. Ready? It's time to make America safe again. It's time to make America one again.
Is that Trump or who?
Or Rudy Giuliani.
Ooh. I like the great again aspect of it. I'm going Trump all day long.
Bam. Rudy Giuliani.
Nice.
Oh, come on!
Nice. Tricked him.
Man, you got me.
Got you on that one.
1 for 1. Son of a bitch.
Okay, here we go.
All right, next one. Here we
He's
go.
pretty gullible, George. He'll be okay.
I got to read this over. This is a good one.
Take your time. We're just live.
Yeah, there's millions of dollars of airtime.
This is too easy. Okay, this is either Trump or Christian Salinas Anderson.
Who the fuck are these people?
I have no fucking
Well, Trump's
idea.
the president.
What do you call
He said who's the people?
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
No idea.
What do you call it with a deer with no eyes and no balls?
I don't know.
No fucking idea. Okay. Was that Trump or no?
I'm going Trump on that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's what he would say. We got the economy going
well,
better.
Hold on. Jesus, man, I'm 2 for 1.
No, that didn't count. I just made that up.
Oh, wait, that wasn't even the thing.
That wasn't the quote.
No.
Son of a bitch. You're really messing with me. All right, hold on.
I told you he was gullible.
All right.
The robots are coming. Robots are coming. Whether we like it or not. And will change our economy in a dramatic way. Who's that, Trump or Christine Salinas Anderson? Oh, that way now.
Trump or Christina Anderson?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
She's a waitress
Look it up.
at the Greek restaurant I used to work at.
I think so.
I'm going to go with Trump on that one. There's no way she's talking about robots.
Christine.
Come on. These are bullshit cards.
What is the chat room? How are they doing on this?
It says here, Trump said,
down.
we got the economy getting better than anyone ever dreamed. That was Trump.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's
cool.
cool.
Here we go.
I'm 2 for 2. Last
We
one.
got, all right, here we go. Oh, this is a good one. This is very hard. Either Albert Einstein or Trump. The difference between stupidity and genius is the genius has its limit.
I'm going to go with Albert Einstein on that one.
Yeah, very good.
Woo!
Right.
Yeah!
And Trump said, we have done, as I said, about as much as anybody ever. Yeah, that would be easy. That would be his, yeah.
Yeah, so I got 3 out of 5.
Okay, right?
No, you didn't.
What, yeah?
That was
no?
2.
Yeah, that was 2. Don't fucking lie.
Son of a bitch!
Jeez.
All right, I'm sorry, George.
All right, ready?
Well,
all right,
there's
Trump
more?
or Daniel Levitin. Okay, ready? The phrase fake news sounds too playful, too much like school children faking illness to get out of a test.
Who was that, Trump or who?
Daniel Levitin.
I'm going not Trump, Levitin.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yes. 3.
3 out of 5. All
3
right.
out of 5.
Got lucky on that last one.
All right, I got 3 out of 5. Pat, you want to go next?
Sure.
All right, man. I'm just really happy about my 3 out of 5, dude. That's better than 2 out of 5. No Trump game, everybody. Pat shit crazy. Who are you quizzing?
You people know a lot about Trump.
I'll do George. That's how else? Who else could I do if I did?
Now do him again. Kill him.
Yeah, but then how could we have a winner? We would only have a loser.
Yeah, nobody wins in a fight.
That one went right over Kevin's.
Everything does. I'm only 5'7" and 3/4.
Okay. Is this Trump or Mary Lasker? Without money, nothing gets done.
Who are these
Trump
people?
or Mary Lasker? I like this new cracked open pack here.
I would say Trump.
Final answer?
Yep, final answer.
Mary Lasker.
Who the fuck is she?
I don't know, but she seems to probably think like Trump. That was a tough one because it's like that's totally
that would
something
be
Trump
totally,
would
yeah.
say.
All right.
This could be difficult. Is this Steve Bannon or Trump?
Out of all the people I've met, I was very impressed with Steve Bannon.
Was Steve Bannon?
Great man, I have to say. Excellent. Very impressed with him.
I don't know. I don't know.
And but besides Trump, I mean.
He had a hard time.
Yeah.
Now, so you should know this one then, because you met both.
Well, he met
guys.
Trump in New York, like
Oh yeah,
like
both times.
working, like didn't he?
Yeah, he
when
did
there
a
was
couple-
like a strike
Yeah,
or
it was,
something.
he walked out of his limo and walked the picket line.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
He bought lunch for people when
Walked
he
the picket
was
line.
young.
No, that's my kind of president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right.
But he doesn't care for the worker. Go ahead.
Okay, Stephen Bannon or Trump? I don't think people realize how life-altering running for president is. Stephen Bannon or President Trump? That's going to be a tough one.
I would say Steve Bannon.
You are absolutely right.
Wow, look at this guy. Oops, I'm sorry, wrong.
Wrong button.
That was good.
That
Got
was
it,
good.
sir.
That was a
that's
tough
good.
one. I
I was very, I'm telling you, very impressed with the man. Unbelievable. And you
See-
know what? And you know what's good? Oh, God, I'm sorry.
No, I like Steve Bannon. His yogurt's fantastic.
if I would have went with the Trump one, it would have been like so obvious. I thought being president would be easier than my old life, right? So, right. So sometimes you just
Obviously
gotta,
president, yeah.
obvious.
You got to mix it up, George. He's trying to teach you how to
I know,
play
I
the
know.
game. What a dick.
Okay, is
He's
this
big time in it. He's big time in you right now. You see that?
I'm
You're big time in The Godfather right now.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm kind of
dude.
worried. I want to make sure he gets him, but then I.
If you
I
shave
don't
his
like
head
to
and wear a
lose.
turtleneck, you look like it.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
I want to make sure he wins, but I want to make sure he does it.
So you're gonna
they aren't easy,
What is-
right?
Okay. Yeah. What is this,
So-
the DNC? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
speaking of DNC, you got a DNC these nuts. Thank you. Oh.
Shelley Duvall or President Trump?
Is that Dick Duvall's daughter? I mean Robert Duvall. Sorry. Callback. Let's call the callback, George. Sorry.
I'm trying.
Okay, Shelley Duvall or President Trump? Pigs are not that dirty, and they are smart, strange little creatures.
Trump.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh.
No, we
the reason why I
weren't
said that
talking
because of
about
that-
Rosie O'Donnell.
No, because of the Muslims. The Muslim situation.
You just think Trump, pig, Trump, Rosie O'Donnell, right?
It's the most racist show ever. I like it.
That was a bit misogynist.
Yeah.
I did that in support of Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
Man law.
You just
Well,
said
he
that
said
so
it. He said it.
Man,
Tucker said last night. He gave a good. Did you see him about last night?
No, I didn't. I saw
You got to
it
watch
the
it.
night
You got to
before.
hear his
I'll have to watch
response.
that.
It's amazing.
I grew up on Bubba the Love Sponge. When I was in, let me tell you, when I was in Iraq, right? I spent a year in Iraq. Couldn't watch anything over there for crap. Well, that's a different story.
How'd you get there?
But I said I ran. But I said, but I saw one thing I could watch or listen to that wasn't blocked was Bubba the Love Sponge. You know, when you're overseas and you can listen to like the local traffic reports and stuff,
right.
you have no idea how cool that is, right? Shit blowing up around you
Yeah.
every day. You that feeling home. I'll let it go. So I digress.
he
Is
wrote Bubba a love note. Thank you so much, Bubba.
I wrote him a
for
thank you.
providing us
I
with
thought that was
great
cool.
audio. Super. I so love it.
I know, but you know,
My
and
name's Patrick.
and that's what was going on, like with Tucker and Bubba and those guys. They say things, they're funny, they're talking, and people are listening that really appreciate it in ways
well,
they probably
yeah.
don't imagine.
Thank
so
you
that's
for
why I
elaborating
like to
on
mention
that.
it, Kevin.
Thank you for elaborating on it. They were talking. People were listening.
But they may not have known that, so I like to
At
let
the
them
time,
know,
correct.
Right?
I understand.
They-
I'm
you
just
know.
busting his balls.
Okay, so Trump or Otto van Bismarck? I have no idea who
He's a
that
chef,
is.
I believe. Oh no, wait, he's that rapper. What is his name? Vitamin Bismarcky. He's the one that's like, you got what I need. And
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
Okay,
What was that?
so this might be a little.
Don't remember?
No.
That's the interview. What's his name did? The guy that was with the black rapper there.
Oh yeah, narrow it down for me.
I can't remember.
The black
Bismarcky?
rapper.
No, the one that was just on with
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
No, the one on CBS. He did that interview.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, yeah, that's
Jesus.
it.
He's talking about how the weather's going to be in the teens tonight.
Yeah, teens.
And
And
there's a
plus
chance,
he's going, oh, you're killing me, you're killing me.
there's a chance for a golden shower too.
You're killing me, man. I know.
Aw, there's a
Showers.
chance of golden showers.
What this? Okay, I
In the
digress.
teens with a chance of golden showers.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll be here
Christ,
again
that
next
was
Wednesday.
pretty good. Okay,
That
Otto
was
van
actually a
Bismarck
Johnson,
or
but-
President Trump?
Bismarcky or President Trump?
No relation to the country. City. People never lie so much as after a witch hunt. Or, I'm sorry. People never lie so much as
That's
after
Trump.
a...
He fucking blew it.
Well, be careful.
Not all he blows.
Be careful of Freudian slips. As after a hunt, during a war, or before an election. Is that Otto von Bismarck or President
No,
Trump?
that's Trump. Got to be Trump.
That would be Otto von Bismarck.
The bus
What the
driver
fuck
from The
is it?
Simpsons.
I said be
Otto.
careful.
Oh.
Now, the reason that I said witch, right, is because Trump's thing was the single greatest witch hunt in America, in American history continues. So I was like, I had witch on the brain.
Yeah, you set me up.
Yeah,
So I didn't. I corrected it though. I said, "Be careful."
I was better on the phone.
You were. Okay. Is this Morrissey? I have no idea who that is.
He's an artist.
Or
musician.
Trump.
Morrissey. He sings like.
Oh
80s
yeah,
emo.
well, yeah. I get. I'll
Yeah.
get this one right. Mostly was like, if I had
Nobody will ever understand. I'm gonna jump off
Okay. The Rhino
I like to
is
fly
now.
to the windows.
Okay. Is this Morrissey or Trump? The rhino is now more or less extinct, and it's not because of global warming or shrinking habitats. It's because of Beyonce's handbags.
Oh, that's got to be Trump.
Is that Morrissey or Trump?
Who the fuck is Morrissey?
I
He's
have
that
no
musician
idea.
that sings like.
Yeah, but I just did that, but it didn't sound like I couldn't get the answer. I don't think he would talk about hippos. What did he talk about?
The rhino.
Oh, the rhino. I
Yeah.
thought you said hippo.
The rhino is now
I
more
say
or less
Trump.
extinct.
That'd be Trump.
That would be Morrissey.
What do you do that in a song?
Trump said.
Kevin won. Oh, you got to do him now, right?
Yeah, Trump said the concept of global warming was created by the Chinese in order to make U.S. manufacturing non-competitive. That would have been pretty obviously Trump, so I went with the other one. Oh my
He tried
God.
to trick you, George. You want me to
Oh
kill
my
him?
God.
You want me to whack
Nah.
him?
But
I'm
outside.
sinisterly deceptive with this.
Yeah, there's a skeeter on my Peter. Will you whack it off?
All right, go ahead. Who goes?
Thanks.
You go now.
Oh, okay,
You got
George.
like 5 cards.
Yeah, thanks, George. All right, George is in a hurry to get out.
All right.
Bong, bing, 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 bing,
All right,
bing,
no
Okay.
Trump game.
bong, bong, bing, bing,
I'm
bing,
ready.
bong.
I'm
Okay.
gonna quiz.
Hello. You people know a lot about trucks.
Because,
Bing,
like,
bing.
You got to quiz him.
I'm gonna do a
the
twofer.
math is really he's struggling with right now.
No, you know what? I love grilling Pat here, so I'm gonna.
He's struggling with the math right now.
All right,
does
Pat, here we
this
go.
every show.
This is either Donald Trump or Alexander Haig. Again, these are no-name people.
Yeah, no, Haig was somebody you remember.
It's gonna be a tough one, yeah.
All right. As of now, I'm in control here in the White House. Trump or Haig?
Alexander Haig.
That would be correct. You're watching my eyeballs, dude.
I'm not watching your eyeballs. I knew Haig was
Oh,
in the
you
White
know
House.
Haig. That's what I'm saying.
That's not something Trump would say.
How many
That's
did-
totally something Haig
How
would
many did George get?
say. He got one out of 4.
Well, you guys, you're still in second place.
That's winning too.
You're tied. All right. Okay. Is this
That's normally the constellation line I give Kevin. So.
either Donald Trump or Larry the Cable Guy?
I love that. Larry the Cable Guy used to be on Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, here we go. I'm saying, come on, the global warming thing. How did the ice melt during the ice ages?
Larry the Cable Guy.
That was an easy one because
What was the other one for? What was the one for Trump?
it's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
If you would have given me that, I would have struggled with it.
Oh, well, son of a bitch. All right, next one. This is either Donald Trump or Burt Rutan. He's from Rotunda.
I think he invented the rattan.
I think you're right. The rattan ottoman. There's a lot
the
of
ottoman.
furniture references tonight.
A lot of furniture.
Okay, either
Quality
rattan or Trump. Usually the wacky people here. I'm sorry. Usually the wacky people have the breakthroughs. The smart people don't. Trump or rattan. Not related to Chris Kattan. Bingo.
Trump.
I'm sorry, Pat. That would be wrong.
Rattan.
And what I did is I read them upside down and backwards so that you couldn't watch my eyeballs read.
What was it? What did Trump say?
Trump said that you got.
He's making this up probably right now. I probably got it right.
Trump said my 2 greatest assets have been mental stability and being like very smart.
Oh God, that would have given fucking been super
So,
easy.
all right,
Yeah, you were
great
good
time.
call on
Love it.
that one.
All right, here we go. Question number 4. This is either Meg Rosoff or Donald Trump.
Meg Rossoff.
Who made these fucking cards? I don't know who made these cards.
I don't know. Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. Trump or Rosoff?
I tried to trick you on that one.
I did. You see the eye movement?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you got that one wrong.
He said you're fired.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. Donald Trump. Meg Rosoff said, I've been fired 5 times for having a bad attitude. Pat, you are sucking hard right now.
Well,
you guys
I'm
are tied.
to you. No, I got 2.
No, you got.
I got 3.
You got 3.
I got 3.
You're sucking really bad right now. You should have. Last question. This is either Kevin Costner or Donald Trump.
Kevin Cole.
Yeah, Waterworld.
Waterworld.
He sucks as a fucking actor, but that's besides the point.
I thought Waterworld was one of my favorite movies.
He
dude.
can breathe underwater.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Who else can do that?
He still was confused in that movie.
And he saved that little man girl.
I know.
And he had the little gills behind
And
his ear.
that's when it
The little
started.
man girl, that's when it started.
Listen, I bought a Barbie doll and what do you call it? Barbie doll and a Ken doll. So I was going to do a transgender. I was going to switch heads, but I didn't get a chance to do it.
Rick came over and you guys were playing with dolls. I remember that. I saw that on Facebook, putting them in sexually suggestive positions.
Did you give Pat the heads? Because he's always asked me for a little head.
Yeah, no. That's what the guy said, right, when he went into the bar?
Yeah. Well, Barbie was looking pretty good there, though, I must admit.
I got a joke after that.
Go on.
All right, last one. Hold on. We'll come with a joke here. All right, either Kevin Costner or Donald Trump. We are at a point in history where everyone needs to pay attention to politics. Too much is at stake for us to be apathetic. Trump or Costner?
Repeat.
We are at a point in history where everyone needs to pay attention to politics. Too much is at stake for us to be apathetic. Trump or Costner?
Costner. Trump would never say apathetic.
That's right.
Got it.
Too big a word for him.
Yeah. My bad.
Pat's the big winner tonight, man.
Okay, so
Bing, 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 bing,
Later, Spicoli.
Bing, bing, bong, bing, 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 bong, bing, bing.
I'm sorry, yeah, you got a joke.
Bing, 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 bong, bing, bing.
Could I do a black joke? Guy go to black. Can I do a black joke?
As long as it's
Apparently,
tasteful.
No, it's not that bad.
Apparently,
It's
this is a racist free.
show,
Racist
okay.
No, it's a
So
racist
mild
okay
racism's
show.
okay. Look,
Well, then I'll do an Italian joke after I do the black joke.
Okay, that's
What?
fair.
Okay,
That's
sure.
fair, right?
All right.
Okay.
Hey, you're
Kevin
the
has a
best.
black
But the-
friend too, so
Oh, I got a son-in-law that's black, but that's besides.
I dated a black girl and had a black roommate.
that doesn't count.
Yeah, sure it does.
You
It was the same person. It wasn't actually. It was Daryl.
saying
So this black guy's walking on the beach, and he finds Aladdin.
Because he's not swimming. Thank you.
That's right, Bing.
Show's over. Woo!
They're afraid of the water. Anyway,
Carry on.
so what happens? The genie appears and says to him, he rubs the light, and the genie appears and says, "You have 3 wishes." So she says, "Use them wisely." So he goes, he's thinking and thinking. He says, "I want one of the big Cadillacs." So poof, the Cadillac appears. You heard the joke?
No.
You sure?
No, haven't heard the joke.
Were you black before?
No, but I would have went with the pink Cadillac too.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah.
Then
I'm
he
good with
said,
that.
she says, "You have 2 more wishes. Use them wisely." So she goes, "I always wanted to be white. All the time in my life, I wanted to be white." So poof, he's white. She says, "You got 1 more wish left." And she says, "Use this wisely. It's 1 more." And he goes and he's thinking. He says, "I never want to work a day in my life." Poof, he's black.
Yeah. That was overly racist. Oh, man, that was terrible. I do not condone that joke on this show.
And he's back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What's the Italian joke? Redemption.
I'm thinking.
Oh, he's thinking.
All right. What?
Okay.
I forgot the Italian.
That's okay. I'll make up for it.
Okay.
On the spot. Off the dome, I'll come up with a joke. Let me think here. Why don't Polish women give blowjobs?
Got me. I don't know.
Because the vibrators keep chipping their teeth.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me about the Polish guy that had twins. He went out looking for the other guy.
I don't get it. I don't even get it. Explain that.
Are you serious?
Because you're Polish.
That's so stupid.
I think you're Polish.
Pat, any jokes? Pat's got jokes.
I can't believe I can't remember the Italian joke.
Why they wear kilts in Scotland?
Why?
Because the sheep can hear a zipper from 100 yards. I've used that one before, and he's got the great button for that.
Yeah.
What?
You've got the perfect button for the ending of that joke. Exactly. Got several good buttons for that one.
So I was at the gas station with my older brother a couple of days ago, and we went there because beer was buy one get one free, and so we rode our motorcycles up to the speedway by where I live, and we're standing in line, and there's one like younger dude, like maybe in his mid-20s or early 30s, whatever, standing behind us, and he's just silently standing there, and we put 4 6-packs on the counter at a gas station, and the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh, are you thirsty, guys?" And my brother goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Did you just ask my brother if he's thirsty for guys? And you just said, yeah?" And I'm like, "Fucking queer." And the dude behind us just goes, I thought it was hilarious. It was funny, Pat. You should have been there.
Yeah, that was. I'm rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, my bad.
You know, ROF.
George,
LOL.
if one was to enjoy watching their wife get railed by another man, that's cuckolding, right?
Go.
Cuckolding.
Yeah, cuckolding. Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
Cuckolding. You watch your wife get railed by other men, right? What if you watched your wife get railed by another man via a Facebook live feed? Would that be zuckolding?
I think it's Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
If you watched your wife get railed by 3 other men at the same time, and they were doing goofy shit like you know, like we, would that be knuckling?
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I got jokes. Okay. I actually wrote some jokes down here.
Oh my god.
I did. I do. In fact, though, this isn't even really a joke. It's kind of something that pissed me off, and I should have saved it for next week's Why Come. But since we're low on content and computers,
I went through all my show prep with the fake dog balls.
I still don't get
that was the extent of my
those poor Democrat dogs. So okay, you've got your Bluetooth on your car, right? Like your built-in stereo on your car has a Bluetooth, and you plug your phone into it, and every time you get in your car, it automatically recognizes your phone. So now you can make phone calls by just OK Google or touching the keypad or whatever. But while you're driving, you hit the phone button on your steering wheel, so you can make a call, and it loads up your recent calls, and you touch one, and it goes right to a screen that says "cannot perform while driving." Well, what's the fucking point then? So now I got to look at my phone and, disconnect the Bluetooth and go through 9 screens and hit the call button, put on speaker, or wait till it stops.
Better than Chuck's situation where he had to blow in a tube to drive.
I'm going to make a phone call. I just don't understand. What's the deal with the Bluetooths in the car? Yeah, of course I'm driving. That's the whole reason I have this.
That fucking gets me. That's the best one. Where people are driving a car and they got the phone to the ear and they can't use the Bluetooth.
Yeah, but George, if I'm driving and I'm like, I got to make this call, and I touch the phone button on my car's stereo, so it's because it's so convenient, so I don't have to look at my phone. And then I just, look on the screen and I see who I need to call, and I just touch it and it calls.
Don't look on your screen when you're driving.
But I can look and change the radio station on my screen.
There could be a gaggle of nuns crossing the road, and you could take them out.
Wow.
So you need to pay attention. You need to pay focus. Don't be looking at your thing while you're driving.
Yeah. You stop looking at my thing in the studio, Pat. How about that?
That's hard.
How about that? It is hard.
Hey, remember the Fiat?
I had a Fiat.
Yeah, what do they call the Fiat for?
Fix it again, Tony.
That's right.
Thank you.
Fix it again, Tony. You got the Italian joke.
What do you call the innuendo?
Go where no man has gone before. This summer.
We just skipped right by that last break. By the way.
We don't need to take another break.
We're going. We're long hauling it all the way.
I mean, if we break now, it'll have to be like a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
To come back and close out the show.
We're fine. As long as George is good, because his old lady's going to be freaking cracking him in the head with a umbrella when he comes home.
You didn't even hear me coming.
Wow, but Spicoli can hear you coming in both ears. What if you... This is a question that... I hate to rip off other people's bits, but this is a really good question, and it kind of goes with... Yeah, it goes with what happened tonight. Because, Spicoli was listening to us in the future and in the present and in the past all at the same time.
Wow.
Okay? So,
It's
George...
his perception of time and space.
Yeah.
We discussed that earlier.
We did. George...
Hey, there was a good movie about that. Go ahead.
What was it called?
It was called The Man in the Castle. No. The Man in the High Castle. It was about two worlds. One was that the Nazis won, and the other one was the Americans won. But you don't know that until the whole end of the show. But it was freaky, man, because they had the American flag with the swastika in it and the stars, where the stars were supposed to be.
The Man in the
High Castle. It's called. It's on Amazon.
Check that out.
Pretty cool. It was pretty cool the way they did it.
I'll check it out.
But I'm surprised they got away with it because with all the racist shit there. That's what the problem was with Jay Leno. They were interviewing Jay Leno about why he can't do comedy anymore because it's either beat up on the president or don't watch it. That's why he quit. But they got rid of him. But he refused to.
Pat wants to watch that movie because anything with a swastika is good with Pat. What?
What the hell?
I'm sorry, I'm joking. It was jokes. He watched another time conundrum type movie, The Matrix, I believe. Matrix. No, my bad. Yeah, Matrix.
The one with what's his name?
Bless his heart, he's trying to be funny.
Samuel L. Jackson. I believe wasn't it Sam Jackson that was in that movie?
Yeah, I don't like that.
My grandma used to say that when she was being sarcastic as shit. Bless her heart. Bless his
Say
heart.
what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What?
So, George, if you went to the future, right? You traveled in time and you went to the future. And then you came back as future George and traveled back into time to meet present day George. So now you got future George and present day George together, alone, in a room about the size of the studio. And you decide to jerk yourself off. Like present George is going to jerk off, or future George is going to jerk off present George. Is that gay or is that masturbation?
That's masturbation.
Masturbation.
So it's okay. But it's another man.
No, it's not.
It's the same guy.
It's two people, though.
No, but it's the same guy going back and forth.
You haven't grasped the quantum theory fully.
I guess not.
It's
Maybe.
all about jerking yourself off.
Yeah,
that's a great way to explain it, too.
I'm going to do that.
When you close your eyes,
TV.
don't you think of the future? They're going to bang the girl where you jerk yourself off anyway.
Or I think Kevin thinks of himself. That's where he came up with this joke.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
Sexiest man he knows.
Yeah. Well, thank you for answering the question, George.
Wait, who was the second? You were going to answer the sexiest man that you know.
That'd be me.
No, but you said, well, I said you, and then you said, yeah, well.
I don't look at men like
that. You like there was somebody else on your mind.
No, just myself and my girlfriends. And Leonardo DiCaprio.
Very nice.
I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. Oh, man.
That was smart. That was smart. He was in the fucking water.
He could have fit on there with her.
Hey, they just wanted to make it a big show.
Yeah.
Was that really how it went down, though? Because it was supposedly told by her. She was a survivor.
Yeah, but then they found that. Remember, she lost that stone, and then they found it. Remember the pendant that she had? That what was that called?
Really?
The something of the sea or something.
No, but it was called a certain stone. It was.
They made a movie.
41 carats. Yeah.
There's a movie about that with Michael Douglas. Pat, you remember that movie? It was Romancing the Stone.
Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great movie.
I was thinking Titanic, but okay.
Oh yeah, my bad. What?
What was the name of that stone?
Bless his heart.
I'm trying to think of the name of the stone.
It was the Raja Rue Diamond is what it was. It was in Batman too. Batman also.
Batman 2. Batman also.
That was a great sequel. Yeah. You ever? What was that movie you loved about the doctor that worked on kids for free? Snatch Adams. I believe you loved that movie, Pat. You told me to watch it. Snatch Adams. I remember that.
You've been saving these up all
off the
week,
dome,
right?
off the
Look,
dome.
I don't know what kind of dumbass
the
handbook
dome,
you found
Pat.
him. No, what kind of dumbass handbook you found him in, but there you
Beta
go.
tested this and somebody said she would like it.
You beta tested this, and someone said she would like it. That was from when Kevin made
some show things.
Yeah, he made a song about a dyke trucker, and it didn't go over very well. I think she wanted to kill him.
Trucker Kathy, yeah, she's
Trucker
not
Kathy,
gay.
yeah.
So, okay, hold on.
No, she's not gay. That was the point of it. Yeah, that was the problem. He made a song about her being a dyke when she wasn't. So.
That girl's a dyke. Trucker Kathy's a dyke. I can't play it because I don't have it on here, but I do have this in the chat room from nitwit.tv, which is on Thursday nights after Open Mic Live. Check them tomorrow night on the Iron Internet Radio Network, ironbroadcast.com. So just go to nitwit.tv, participate in the chat room. So Nitwit says it was the hurt of the ocean. It's the stone. The heart of the ocean is the name of a fictional blue diamond featured prominently in the 1997 film Titanic. In the story, the 56-carat diamond was originally owned by Louis XVI and cut into a heart shape after the French Revolution.
I think
they find
knew that
the
off the
stone?
top of his head too.
I don't know if they ever.
That's what I was trying to do. Is look
it
up
says
on
fictional
online.
blue diamond featured in the movie.
But they said it was one of the big. What was one of the biggest? Excellent. What was the biggest diamond ever found? What was it? I think it was
The Roger Rue diamond. It was in Batman also.
The
Batman
Pink Panther, I think.
I don't know.
Was the?
I'm
not sure that's a real thing, but it was a great movie.
It was a lump of coal that Pat shoved up his asshole and sat on for
So I sent my
months.
grandkids. Cool.
And it turned
created
into a
diamond.
Just like,
That's what I told
hold
them.
on. Serious important phone call. You're live on the Kevin Holly Show. What's up?
What's up?
It's Jaybird, everybody.
Aww. Hi, Jay.
Hello, Jay.
How y'all doing?
Good,
Hey,
man.
Bergie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Have you ever banged a fat chick?
I already used the Kevin Holly's mom joke earlier, so.
Oh my
Somebody call security.
And she listens to this show, so I was
I know
so
she
hesitant
does.
saying that it's not even funny.
Why do you think I stopped participating? She freaking broke my knuckles one night after I got rude.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Bergie, have you ever banged a fat chick?
No, I have not, but the night is young.
What?
Lies.
Well, you can't. I guess you can't consider a pregnant chick fat, right?
Yeah. We talked about this earlier, right? And
You guys did tonight.
yeah, we talked about
So you have
inducing
banged a fat chick.
about inducing labor while having sex to induce labor. You know, Jay had to do it too, and he did it.
Wait,
not so much for
your parents and grandparents were outside of the bathroom while Jay was doing that too?
No, they let him go home, and it saved him like $4,500. Jay was like, you need to get this kid out, or he's going to have to spend like another $4,500.
I think the answer is flour.
And so
I stabbed Tyler in the forehead so many times. He's like, "Okay, dude, I'm coming. All right, all right. Just stop punching me. Just stop punching me in the forehead, okay, asshole. I'm coming out."
maybe that's why he plays the banjo now.
That's also
Yeah,
why
it
it
could
came out. Yeah. That's some serious moonlight.
Kevin, have you ever banged a fat chick?
Yeah.
The answer is flour.
Flour.
You have?
Yeah.
Of course I've banged a fat chick.
Tell me the answer
Jay?
is flour.
The answer is flour. I don't get it. Explain it, George.
Well, to find a wet spot, you got to roll her over in flour. You'll find it.
You roll her in flour and find the wet spot.
George, what's up, man?
So, all right, Jaybird. All women are beautiful in my eyes, and all women are beautiful.
Except Rosie O'Donnell. I'm sporting Trump on that one.
Well, see, my new pickup line is, "Hey, have you ever banged a fat guy?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "You gotta live to experience it all, right?"
Now's your chance.
Here I am.
Yeah, I was going to say the night is still young on that one too, Jay.
That's how he prefers them. Yeah, weird.
You know what I should have done? I should have done the thing Facebook Live, but it was done down.
Yeah,
thanks
Facebook's
for
down. Hey,
breaking
Jay
it.
said Facebook's back up now or
Thanks
something.
for breaking Facebook, Bergie.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Bert. Thanks a lot, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
Jaber, you ever bang a
You know how
faggot
many
before?
messages I missed today?
Yeah, it's up.
Jaber, you ever done that? Banged a
What?
fatty? Banged a fatty?
Banged a fatty? Some of the best puss I ever had in my life was from a fairly tubby girl. Thing
The-
fit like
the
an
first-
iron glove. She could work it like a frickin'. She could work that son of a bitch like a sheet metal guy could work a metal hammer. I'm telling you, she just banged that thing into submission.
I believe the first sexual encounter Jay ever had was with a fatty. Is that accurate?
No, she wasn't showing yet.
She was just ugly as shit, though, wasn't she?
She was horrible. Yeah, she was pretty. I shouldn't. I mean, God, if she ever heard this, I'd feel horrible. But
Oh, like what are the chances on like anybody listening to the Kevin Shahali show, let alone somebody you fucked?
yeah, I know. But Kevin will find out who it was.
That was inappropriate.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm chatting with Nitwit in the chat room.
All right. Well,
just kidding.
I just wanted to
Not
call and
feeling
say,
the
hey,
love,
guys,
are you, Jay?
Did y'all have a good show?
Yeah, I guess it was okay. Computer broke. Bergie's battery died.
I saved it though with my charger.
Yeah,
And it wasn't Bergie's battery died. It
security
was
guard drew on me.
fucking Kevin
with his
brought
weapon.
the laptop in for me to use, and it wasn't charged.
I
Thanks,
charged
Kevin.
it fully. It said 100% when I brought it pat. Hey, Jaybird. You ever bang a fat chick?
Yes, I have.
You ever seen a pregnant stripper at a strip club?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. You ever?
That's called a day that ends in Y for Jay.
Yeah. Jaybird, tell me a story. It's almost bedtime.
Well, Jesus Christ. Am I trying to put you to sleep or keep you awake enough to drive home all the way to,
Your house.
Richie
drop me
Richville
off.
over there?
Bro.
Your house to drop me off.
Yeah, I'm going to drop off Pat.
No stories tonight, guys. I just called in to say hey.
All right. Hey.
Aw.
Hey.
Well, thanks for calling in,
Hey.
Jay.
Hey, now
I shared.
you want to
show's over.
You want to stay on the show while I tase George?
Yeah. We want to
Yeah.
stay in the show while we watch.
Yeah, I want to.
Why we watch?
George.
Why we watch Kevin?
Just watch my reaction.
Why we watch Kevin get thrown out the third floor window? You don't die from 3 floors, you know.
I
Dude, Kevin, that would be the best thing of your career. If you tased George and he put a bullet in you, that would make national news, man, right there. Just do it. George, do it.
I'm going to
If
tase
he-
myself.
Throw him out the window. If he lands on that U-Haul, it's really only 2.5 floors.
It doesn't matter unless you get shot, Kevin.
Dude, I'm not getting shot. George is not going to shoot me.
We're going to Facebook this live. You're going to provoke him, and he has total stand your ground.
Shooting you on the air
You'll be famous, man.
It would be great
You'll
for ratings.
Syndicated.
Yeah, imagine
Yes.
the ratings you get.
I would have to be
Yeah,
alive.
You'll be syndicated within frickin' weeks.
Marijuana Golf will
No,
send you more
no,
shirts.
I got an idea. No, I'll shoot the window out.
Yeah.
Let you fall out and take the video.
You gotta graze him at least, George.
Well, no, if I shoot the window, he'll fall out of the window, land on the floor.
Or a U-Haul. Probably a
shard of
U-Haul.
glass.
Well, no, then. Well, he'll
he's
land on
gonna
the
land
U-Haul.
on
I have an air mattress. I could throw that out
No,
first.
but you'll land on the U-Haul.
He's landing on a U-Haul. He'll survive.
And
that.
then you'll get into Governor Cuomo's award that he won 4 years in a row. U-Haul Man of the Year because all the people moving out of fucking New York.
U-Haul man of the year. I like that.
we can just say he tried to commit suicide because Facebook was down.
Could you use a small caliber and shoot me from a distance and try to aim for like my buttocks, like Forrest Gump?
You could shoot Chippy.
George shot me in the buttocks.
I
You can
think
shoot
that should
Chippy.
happen next week. I will definitely show up if we attempt this.
No, it's not going to be an attempt. It'll be real.
It might take a few shots after Jay's had a few drinks, but that could be fun. That would work well.
Hey, should we see if George is epileptic? Here we go.
Jenny?
Oh, come on. It's not going to work. You gotta be kidding me.
All right, guys.
There it is.
Enjoy on your
Nice.
show, man. I'm
Hey.
sure you got a bunch of important shit here to tell about next week and
Yeah,
what's
it's
going
all
on.
it's all jokes, Jay. Let me ask you
What's
something. What's blue and doesn't fit anymore?
My penis in your ass. I don't know what.
That was better, actually. No, a dead epileptic. Thank you.
All right.
It's bad tonight, dude.
Well, my balls were blue, but, you know.
Your sack is black.
Tip gets kind of purple.
I've seen it.
Didn't you bat wing, Kev?
He did.
He bat winged Kevin.
Jaybird, the first time
I can't wait to bat wing the new girl.
See? When I was dating Lori B, and I introduced her to Jay for the first time, it was at a bar in Newport Richie, and Jay was wasted, and kids were playing music at the bar. It was an awesome, fun time. We're all dancing around, having fun, and Jay just unzips his pants and bat wings me right in front of my girlfriend and everybody under the sun. And I'm telling you, his ball sack was like a cutlet, like a chicken cutlet, but it was black as night.
Ace of knows what they call the woman, lesbian woman.
Yeah, and the microphone, George. Jeez.
Well, lesbian woman, what do you call them in Brooklyn?
Cutlet sucker.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Cutlet sucker.
See that, Jay? Cutlet sucker. I'm starting to learn how to talk like I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago. Not New York, but I'm learning. Chicago.
They eat pizza with a fork in Chicago.
No, that's a fallacy.
No, they got the deep pan pizza now.
Chicago or New York?
There was a guy in New York that made the Chicago pizza.
Yeah, man. Dude, okay, listen.
Irony.
The Chicago
Who's
pizza.
got the better pizza, Chicago or New York? I want to know right now.
New York.
I like the Chicago square cut, flat, thin crust to the edge, no outer crust. That's a Chicago pizza right there. A Barnaby's.
Thin crust?
Thin crust. They make that in Chicago, and they cut it in squares, and that's a real Chicago pizza. This pie deep dish crap is just like a totally different thing. That Chicago, is famous for that, but a real Chicago pizza is a not soggy, greasy, but more dryish, square cut, thin crust where the crust goes all the way to the edge of the pan, so there's no like lip on the edge of the crust. That's a
George. What say you, George? What say you on this on the pizza from New York? You say Kevin says Chicago's got you guys' ass kicked.
Who's that?
I didn't say that.
Kevin said. Kevin said Chicago's got the best pizza. What do you say?
No, Chicago don't have the best pizza. What's my hair?
Well, Chicago's pizza was invented by like a New Yorker, so it's kind of a moot point.
Look, I like the foldable greasy.
Well, here's a story.
hand-tossed
Here's a
New
story
York
about pizza. Number one, the pizza that's made in the United States is not like what they make in Italy, and the reason why there was the queen of Italy at the time, the guy made the pizza red, white, and green, as the white was the cheese,
like the tattoo on my
arm. The sauce, baby. That's right. The sauce was red, and they put the basil on top for the green. And that's how they got the story for the pizza.
Do you know why they put the potato salad?
George.
What happened?
George.
Yes.
Do you know what a Pirelli tire says when it gets flat?
Guinea.
Wop, 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 wop.
I was close.
Dago, wop, 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 wop.
The reason why the wop was without papers. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
But then in Italy, when they call you a wop, it means like you're a big mafia guy.
Oh, really?
Well, you know why so many New Yorkers are called Tony, right?
Yeah, to New York, but that's besides.
To New York. All right.
Wow, Jaybird. Now I'm going to get murdered. Thank you.
All right. I'm just, I did try to hang up a few minutes ago. Bertie, you can back me up on this, please?
You did.
He's going to back you up
later
tonight.
I did try to exit stage right real
Kevin
quick.
Forced you.
Before I screwed something up.
Bergie and Jaybird are roommates now, or what? I mean, what do you guys like together?
Hey, don't say that shit, dude.
Why?
People are fucking gonna come after that fucking guy with a black bag in the middle of the fucking night, and I'm gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Welcome to my life.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Hold on, we've been keeping that secret, dude.
Yeah, it's a secret, all right.
Yes.
Wow.
Sharing a room,
you're sort of making
it
sound gay now,
in
Jay.
the middle of the night like Bergie, freaking.
Don't make it gay, Jay.
Oh man!
I didn't say teabag, Pat. I said black bag.
Well, the night is young. The night is young. We discussed that earlier.
Did you bite your tongue off just now? He's like, I didn't say teabag bag, black bag, Bergie black bag.
He did too.
I'm scared to death over here, man. I'm scared to death. All right, Jesus.
Anyway,
they're coming for you.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. It's good talking to you. Wish I could have been there.
See ya.
Just a little under the wind, kind of feeling all right, so I thought I'd call in. So.
Nice. All right, man. We'll get better, and maybe you'll see you next week or something.
I feel better.
All right. Good seeing you, George. Good talking to you, George.
Take care. Have a good night.
All right.
Jaybird, ladies and gentlemen. The old co-host, the original co-host of the Kevin Holly Show. Over there getting black bagged, whatever the fuck that means. What?
I think that's similar to bat-winged.
I think it's more like Arkansided. Yeah. I've Arkansided that you should jump out this window.
Arkansided.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to be ending the show here in a couple of minutes.
It was a long first one we ever went all the way through
without a second break. No, I've done it before. Yeah, because I've been around the block, Pat. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I'm cool like that, you know.
Yeah.
I've done the show alone. I've done the show with complete strangers, just me and strangers.
Yeah, you're the podcast pivot man.
I'm the podcast pivot man. You know, that's true.
Just passed around Tampa.
I forgot to bring my "Make America Great" hat again. I wanted to be.
You forgot it before?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I gave that Trump 2020 to for the thing last night, but I can't see it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did. So,
interesting.
Yeah, that was a really cool. As we're in and out, that was a cool event last. Oh, let me do this
did
right
you
now.
Get laid that night?
Well, you know, the night's young.
No, night. That night's over.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Did launch. I just want to say that event went great last night. We did launch. Haven't been able to post it on Facebook yet, but did launch an Indiegogo campaign.
Did it go
for the next book, for the sequel book, a next book?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Anne texted me back just now, so Anne Vandersteel. So we'll be setting something up in the near future to do an interview with her.
What's new with the bikers?
To get this out. Well, not really with the bikers. This is with my book.
Yeah, I understand that.
And everything.
I'm moving on. There's got a time crunch.
We're going to be. I'm a keynote speaker for Miami for the Republican Club in Miami. Then we have the Trump Fest on the last day of the month, which will be a Sunday, the 31st. It's called Trump Fest. A whole bunch of bikers will be there. I'll be a speaker. So is RC, Rick.
What? How do people
Roger
find
Stone.
This? Roger Stone's going to be there.
Yep.
Nice. How can people?
Where is this at?
It's in Deerfield Beach. It's
That's
go
where that strip club was, where I saw the pregnant stripper. In Deerfield Beach. I called it Deerfield Beach.
Yeah. So it'll be there, and it's supposed to be a big crowd.
It was called the Porthole Lounge. Are you speaking at the Porthole Lounge by chance?
I think the day after.
Okay. Pat spoke there once, but it sounded like.
Yeah, that was the Holly Hole Lounge, and that was Kevin Holly.
And we know why Roger Stone's balls are being broken. Right?
Yeah. Well, George was there when I had put out the word to everybody for that event in December that I wanted to speak to Roger Stone, because he used to be like partners with Manafort and tied in with the Shadow Net and everything. And so I'm trying to hook up with him, and I had everybody I had everybody trying to get the word out to Stone for me to meet him, and then I think it may have actually gotten to him, because like 2 hours before the show, he called in and said, "Oh, I can't, I'm sick, I can't make it in."
But he, what he was investigating, right? Besides all that other stuff.
But the next day he was doing shows.
But you know what he was getting investigated for? Because he was investigating those 4 murders of Hillary, the ones that committed suicide, getting shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, I like Stone. Like I said, thing last night, I like him. I'm sure he's opportunistic. He's sort of a scoundrel.
He's
sort of a bit of a scoundrel, maybe a scallywag. I like that. I did the same things I'm accusing him of, so I can't be that. What is that? Nice. Oh, so, nice.
Well, tell us what it is, man.
It's a nice chart.
Okay, well, listen. You're
It's
Indiegogo?
classified. You don't have the clearance.
That's fine.
You haven't
Can
been read on a Georgia church
Indiegogo,
yet.
fuck yourself. How about that?
Victimoftheswamp.com.
This is what you talked about. I found
there
this.
too.
I had this. I had this chart stored on my.
That's a nice chart.
George, where can people find out where the events are for your biker gang?
They go to my page. They go to Facebook. Under George Colella, Annoyed. We got Bikers for President Trump. They could go on that page, which is it's a closed group. We have to check you out before we put you in, but it's a good group to be in. There's a lot of information on there. You go to my page, you find out most of the stuff I post is I research for before I put it on, and it's pretty interesting stuff because sometimes I go back into Facebook jail because I have a lot of balls to say the truth.
Yeah, he's been in and out of Facebook jail a bit.
Yeah,
so he's a repeat
George,
offender.
Thank you for coming to the Kevin Holly Show.
It was my pleasure. I enjoyed myself.
Thank you. I hope you did, and I enjoyed your company. I think you're awesome.
I appreciate
Pat,
it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You guys are badass. Everybody support your president, no matter who it is.
Yep.
Right? I mean, come on.
No matter who it
Country.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, I want to thank our friends at the IRN Internet Radio Network, IRNBroadcast.com. Stick around for the John LeBang Show coming up next. Check out Open Mic Live Thursday at 7. Following that show will be Nitwit.tv at 9 or 10. What is it? Central Time. And then Friday night, SpicoliTV.com.
Eastern
I'll be there
time
next
or
Friday.
Central Time?
Central and
That's
Eastern. 9 Eastern, 10 Central.
There you go.
And so check us again next Wednesday. The Glick Show, Saturday nights on Periscope. There's nothing gay about that. And
no, especially with the green hair.
I do
Or does he have pink hair
sometimes I
this
do
week?
Facebook Live too. We do that.
yeah, I've seen those. It's great, man. It's really good.
You get a lot of people follow those. I watch them.
9-ish
I watch them.
Central Time, so.
I watch them. All the time.
All right, we're out of here, man. I got to play the outro. So, George, again, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
It was my
And,
pleasure.
We'll have
Godfather's out.
Godfather's out. All right, here we go. See you guys. Thank you.
In a world, viewer discretion is advised.
When you come to see us, you're in a bad